Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh?
Yep.
Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour.
Ron breaks 300 in 4 seconds.
Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard.
You drive in a circle.
You don't even steer.
Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old.
Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
My name is Benjamin Bozen. I am a family medicine physician. I really enjoy providing care to the whole family, from newborns to elderly care. I like athletes and sports medicine, and then I also do osteopathic manipulative therapy, which is a hands-on treatment. My ultimate goal is to be your advocate and to help you have the best life that you can have, to help you achieve your goals.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. We have very competent and successful providers that provide the best care possible. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. As a hospital, we're really proud of what we are able to provide. It's an all-encompassing department that is very, very much needed.
Go here, go there, go anywhere with Phillips 66.
Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both pre-operative and post-operative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, you know, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
Hi, I'm Trevor Jacobson. I'm a family practice provider here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. After graduating high school at Bear Lake High School, I went to BYU, Idaho to play baseball. After a year, went on an LDS mission to Chile. Ended up going to medical school at the University of Utah. Did family practice in Salt Lake City. Worked in Hawaii for a time, and then back here when this job opened up. Being able to practice back here has always been a dream. I've been working here at the hospital for almost 10 years. What I like about family practice is you get to see a little bit of everything. And in a rural setting, you get to do a lot of things that you don't normally get to do. My passion's spending time with my family, particularly outdoors. A lot of whitewater rafting in the summer, snow skiing in the winter. What makes me feel good at the end of the day is just connecting with my patients. We look forward to seeing you and taking care of you.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SBI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
I'm John Pym, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, DO. Interacting with wonderful people every day, being able to maybe make a small impact in their lives for good. I don't think that life gets any better than that. I am really excited to be here practicing in Bear Lake and be a good source for you and your family to take care of your healthcare needs.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh?
Yep.
Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour.
Ron breaks 300 in 4 seconds.
Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard.
You drive in a circle.
You don't even steer.
Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old. Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
My name is Benjamin Bozen. I am a family medicine physician. I really enjoy providing care to the whole family, from newborns to elderly care. I like athletes and sports medicine, and then I also do osteopathic manipulative therapy, which is a hands-on treatment. My ultimate goal is to be your advocate and to help you have the best life that you can have, to help you achieve your goals.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. We have very competent and successful providers that provide the best care possible. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. As a hospital, we're really proud of what we are able to provide. It's an all-encompassing department that is very, very much needed.
there. Go anywhere with Phillips 66.
Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, you know, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
Hi, I'm Trevor Jacobson. I'm a family practice provider here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. After graduating high school at Bear Lake High School, I went to BYU, Idaho to play baseball. After a year, went on an LDS mission to Chile. Ended up going to medical school at the University of Utah. Did family practice in Salt Lake City. Worked in Hawaii for a time, and then back here when this job opened up. Being able to practice back here has always been a dream. I've been working here at the hospital for almost 10 years. What I like about family practice is you get to see a little bit of everything. And in a rural setting, you get to do a lot of things that you don't normally get to do. My passion's spending time with my family, particularly outdoors. A lot of whitewater rafting in the summer, snow skiing in the winter. What makes me feel good at the end of the day is just connecting with my patients. We look forward to seeing you and taking care of you.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
I'm John Pym, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, DO. Interacting with wonderful people every day, being able to maybe make a small impact in their lives for good. I don't think that life gets any better than that. I am really excited to be here practicing in Bear Lake and be a good source for you and your family to take care of your healthcare needs.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and then they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh?
Yep. Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour. Ron breaks 304 seconds. Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard. You drive in a circle. You don't even steer. Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old.
Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Purchase DVD copies of this broadcast by visiting svistore.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Welcome to Bear Lake High School football. As you can see, we're still in the JV game. 57 seconds left in the JV game. It's Bear Lake 26, Soda Springs 24. Bear Lake has the ball second and 14. Soda does have 2 timeouts left, so the Bears do have to hold on to the ball, run some clock, or Soda might get it back. Bears took the lead 26-18, and the ensuing kickoff, Soda returned for a touchdown to get it close. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that gets us to where we're at. Here, just ending the JV game. Varsity hopefully will kick off pretty close to on time anyway. So here's the handoff. And Stockton is going to be tripped up in the backfield. And Soda will call timeout. That took 5 seconds off the clock. And Bears have been going the wrong way. They took the ball over at the 35. They're now back at the 28. They'll likely run one more play, have one more timeout, and then punt it away and see what Soda can do. Varsity game should be interesting. If you hear the teeth chattering, I'm sitting in the stands, and it's cold. So, should be a fun game tonight as the Bears take on the Soda Springs Cardinals, 2 old rivals that haven't played each other in quite a while, getting back together. And Bear Lake Bears, and both teams likely their final game of the season. And last week, the Bears lost to American Falls, and I'm not sure if I have what Soda did last week. Here we go. Bears have it 3rd down and 17. A first down here would end the game. Neal back to pass. Gets the screen pass away. It's incomplete. That will stop the clock for Soda Springs with 48 seconds left. It'll be 4th down. So the Bears will have to punt it away. Hopefully they can get a good punt. Soda hopes to get a good return. Gives themselves a chance. They will have no timeouts and only 48 seconds left on the clock. So anytime they get tackled inbounds could be detrimental for Soda. Once the clock will stop on the change of possession after the punt, but anytime after that, every time it gets tackled, they better be out of bounds or a first down, and the clock won't stop. And they maybe have 1 timeout left. Here's the snap. Punt is away. It's a good one. Soda's going to catch it at the 50. And still on his feet, coming to the near side. And there's all kinds of flags. And Soda is going to get inside the 10, but the flags, there's 3 of them on the play. Clear out at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 33 seconds left on the clock. And so Soda will have it at their own about 40. Well, the Bear Lake 40. And 3 flags. So they definitely saw that block in the back. There was some on the kickoff that the Bear Lake coaches wanted that didn't get called, that they returned for a touchdown. That one, every official on the field saw. So they're marking it way back. They went a 15-yarder, so they went clear back out to the 44. They went 15 yards from the foul instead of 10, which we'll take. So with 33 seconds left, it'll be 1st and 10 Soda Springs. Here at the end of the JV game. We're still in the JV. If you're wondering what you missed, you haven't missed anything out of the varsity yet. This is still the JV game. 33 seconds left. I think Soda Springs has 1 timeout. Bear Lake Bears lead by 2. A touchdown wins it for the Cardinals. It was 18-6 Soda at half. Bear Lake defense has not allowed Soda to really do anything here in the second half. Their touchdown came, and there's a sack. That's big. Because of time, too. And he fumbled it. And the clock should be running. Oh, they do stop the clock because of a timeout. So the clock they stopped the clock, I think, for the fumble, but it did take 9 seconds off the clock. 2nd down and 13, loss of 3. Now there's no more timeouts. So they are going to put a little bit of time back on the clock, I think, maybe to a second and a half. Oh, they could put 3.5 seconds back on the clock. So the Bears and the Cardinals haven't played in a couple years, renewing their rivalry here. As this game was supposed to be at Marsh Valley tonight. Soda Springs was supposed to be hosting Wendell. Wendell canceled their season. About a week later, Marsh Valley canceled their season. The two teams worked it out to show up here and play this game. So we got this one on the scoreboard. I called up Soda Springs. They said, yeah, we got an opening. Let's play. And so we're happy that we can bring you this football game. And back to pass. And being chased, and he is going to be sacked for a big loss, clear back to the 40-yard line, and they don't have any timeouts, so Soda's got to hustle just to get this play off. Clock is running, and they've got guys off, still offsides. This is going to be the last play, most likely. 6 seconds left. He's rolling. He's being chased, and he's going to be sacked again. So 3 straight sacks to end the game. Soda takes over their own 44. They turn the ball, and the game's going to end with their clear back inside their own 30. So about 30 yards worth of sacks on the final 3 plays. The Soda Springs Cardinals and the Bear Lake Bears. What an exciting game. At halftime, like I said, Soda Springs led at 18-6. And in the second half, the Bears scored 3 straight touchdowns to take the lead, 26-18. Kickoff return for a touchdown for Soda. But the 2-point conversion failed, brought us to 26-24, and you just saw the last possession where the Bears 3 straight sacks to end the night and get the victory. On the JV side of things, the varsity boys hoping to repay the favor and do the same, just keep it up. So Bear Lake Bears and Soda Springs Cardinals coming up. Kickoff should be here in about 7 minutes. Now, some of you may have heard, and I talked about it a tiny bit this morning on the radio, there is a slight chance, probably about a 5% chance that the Bears could still make the playoffs. A lot's got to happen, and we'll know by Monday if it's even a chance, but we won't know for sure if they do make the playoffs for at least another week. This is not the end of the regular season. Next week is. There is one more week in the regular season. The Bears just have a bye. So this is the Bears' last game. If the Bears were to win and win big tonight, and the right things happen in front of them, there is a slight chance they would sneak into the playoffs as the number 12 team, but it's very remote. We'll keep you updated on that. But the first thing that's got to happen, Bears have got to win by like 30 points tonight for it even to be a consideration. So we'll know by the end of the night if it's even a possibility, as the Bears taking on Soda here in Soda Springs on a cold night, but a fun night. The JV game so far, that was a great game. The first half ended on Bears had a touchdown called back on a penalty right at the end of the half, like right as time ran out. And that was a kind of a call that the Bear Lake coaching staff and fans did not like at all, but it came back nonetheless. The Bears came back out in the second half and said, hey, you know what? We're not going to leave it up to the officials. They went ahead and got the win. So 26-24 Bear Lake. The JV wins their final game of the year. Varsity would like to do the same. And like I said before, I'm here alone tonight on the microphone. Sam had some other obligations, and so did Tyler. So we're doing this alone. Lisa back in the studio, and Hallie is doing the audio version and the video. Lisa doing the audio version. Hallie doing the video version in Star Valley, bringing you this game tonight. So we're grateful for them and hope you two are nice and toasty warm in your studios. They put 14 minutes up on the clock, so we're going to start about 10 minutes late. I guess that's an opportunity to give the officials a chance to take a short break before the varsity game starts. So we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and give you a little bit more pregame right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
My name is Benjamin Bozen. I am a family medicine physician. I really enjoy providing care to the whole family, from newborns to elderly care. I like athletes and sports medicine, and then I also do osteopathic manipulative therapy, which is a hands-on treatment. My ultimate goal is to be your advocate and to help you have the best life that you can have, to help you achieve your goals.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. We have very competent and successful providers that provide the best care possible. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. As a hospital, we're really proud of what we are able to provide. It's an all-encompassing department that is very, very much needed.
Go here, go there, go anywhere with Phillips 66.
Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Bear Lake Bears set to take on the Soda Springs Cardinals in about 11 minutes here from Soda Springs' final football game of the year, most likely for the Bear Lake Bears and the Soda Springs Cardinals. An old rivalry renewed here on a cold Friday night. Let's talk some volleyball while we're waiting. Volleyball district championships start tomorrow. The district tournament starts tomorrow in Bear Lake. Bear Lake finished the season as the #1 overall seed for the second year in a row. So the Bears will host the district tournament. First match of the day, first serve is tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. It'll be Preston versus Snake River. And then at 4 o'clock, it will be Marsh Valley versus American Falls. At 5 o'clock, the losers of those two games play. And at 7 o'clock, the winner of the Marsh Valley American Falls game plays Bear Lake. So Bear Lake Bears will play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It'll be a home game for the Bear Lake Bears in the first round of the district tournament. They're 2 wins away from qualifying for state. And a return trip to state, a chance to defend their state title. And so the Bear Lake Bears start that defense of the district championship and the attempt to return to state tomorrow afternoon, 7 o'clock, first serve versus most likely Marsh Valley. Marsh Valley swept American Falls during the regular season. And so that's likely who will survive that first match and be playing the Bears at 7 o'clock. So come on out and watch that. It's going to be a blustery day probably in Bear Lake tomorrow. It's cold and windy. What better thing to do than sit inside the gym, watch a volleyball tournament. The state rankings for volleyball, Bear Lake Bears are solidly in first place. The computers like the Bears to repeat as state champions, as they have a pretty hefty lead, according to the computers, over Kimberly and Coal Valley Christian, who are in second and third. Coal Valley currently sitting in second, Kimberly in third, and then Fruitland, who the Bears played last year up at state. The final 3 teams were Fruitland, Bear Lake, and Kimberly, and those 3 teams all should be back there. Coal Valley Christian in the mix as well. Them and Fruitland have to fight it out in the district tournament. They'll probably both be there at state because that district has, it seems like, a bazillion teams, so they get 2.5 teams to the state tournament, and those 2 teams both likely to be there. The first round matchup for the Bears at state, if they make it that far, will be at 1 o'clock on a week from this coming Thursday. So 2 weeks from yesterday, we'll have the first round of the state tournament, likely for the Bear Lake volleyball team as they look to defend their state title. Ranks #1 in the state. They have not dropped a set in district play in 2 seasons. That's impressive to finish the regular season for the second year in a row without losing a single set. Not a match. If you don't know volleyball, matches are best 3 out of 5 sets. They've won every match, obviously, but they've also have won every set. And last night, the number 2 team in the district, Snake River, was in town, and the Bears made quick work of them. 1 in 3 straight. It was a fairly lopsided game. Bears looked good. They're tuned in and ready to go. District tournament starts tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, it'll be down to 4 teams. And by the end of Tuesday night, it'll be down to just 2. And that Bears will, if they win tomorrow night, will play the 4 p.m. game on Tuesday. So an early afternoon game. And then the championship game will be Thursday night. Next Thursday night would be the championship game at 5:30 in case there's an if necessary. So that's the volleyball schedule. The cross-country team is down to just their district race. They will race in the district championships from Blackfoot Golf Course on Wednesday. That race is at 11 a.m. So we'll let you know the results on Thursday. There's a couple of Bear Lake Bears that have a chance to qualify individually and maybe even finish in the top 2 or 3. In fact, we could get 2 boys, should get 2 in the top 4 and maybe 2 in the top 3, depends on how things go. Colson, Matson, and Archer Clark have really been running well as the season's winding down, and both look to qualify as individuals. Team-wise, it's going to be a difficult task because Snake River and Marsh Valley are both very solid on the boys' side of things. So even though we have 2 of the top 4 runners, it's the rest of the team that, even though the rest of Bear Lake's team is okay and doing well themselves, the Snake River and Marsh Valley, they're just so top heavy. They've got a lot of kids up there that they'll probably, it'd be very difficult for the Bears to qualify as a team, but good luck to the individuals that have a chance. On the girls' side of things, it's a little bit different story. It's the opposite story. Bears don't really have too many runners that are pushing for a top 5 place, but they're right there with Marsh Valley for 2nd place. The Snake River just is running away with the district in the girls' side of things. Very dominant team, but 2 teams go to state, and the girls have an outside chance of beating Marsh Valley. I shouldn't say outside chance. They got a legitimate chance of beating Marsh Valley, taking that 2nd spot as a team, and hopefully getting to state. There's a couple of girls that might sneak in there as individuals as well. I think Aurelia Vickers is right there on the edge of making it to state individually. So that's what's going on in cross country. We'll find out Wednesday. Their cross country state championship is in Lewiston, and it's on Saturday, the 1st of November, up in Lewiston. So good luck to Coach Vickers, Coach Saunders, and the cross country team as they travel to Blackfoot for their district playoff on Wednesday. All right, we're still about 5 minutes from kickoff. We'll take another 60-second break. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit of college football, just a little bit, tonight here on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
This is live coverage of local high school sports on SVI Media and the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Bears set to take on the Soda Springs Cardinals. Getting a little bit late start because the JV game came down to the final plays. It was an exciting finish with about 1.5 minutes left in the game. The Bear Lake Bears scored the go-ahead touchdown, took the lead to 26-18, was all tied up with a 2-point conversion. The Bears took the 8-point lead. The kickoff with about 1:10 left in the game, the Soda Springs Cardinals returned it. the entire length of the field, about a 70-yard return, and scored the touchdown on the kickoff return. The 2-point conversion was no good, so Soda needed the ball back. They attempted an onside kick. The Bears recovered it. 3 downs later, Bears punted away. Soda Springs got the ball back at their own 44-yard line. At the Bears' 44-yard line, after a block in the back penalty on the punt return. Gave them the ball to 44, one timeout, and about 40 seconds left. Bears got the sack on all 3 dropbacks by the Cardinals. They never even got a pass away, 3 sacks, and the final play ended. The final play was a second down and forever, and he lost another 15 yards. They actually were clear back inside their own 30, so even if they would have had another play left, they would have had over 70 yards to try to score, because the 2-point conversion on the kickoff return was no good, so the Bears went ahead and won it. 26-24 was the final of the JV game. Quite an exciting finish here in Soda Springs. From what we saw in the JV, Soda likes to throw the ball. They did very little running. And if they did run, it was kind of a fly sweep action where they'd send a man in motion and kind of toss it to him or hand it to him as he ran in front of the quarterback on the motion play. So Bear Lake will have to play some defense against the pass tonight, unless the varsity runs very different offense than the JV did. Let's talk a little bit of college football tonight. Right now, it's homecoming. Utah State University hosting San Jose State. It's their homecoming down there in Logan, Utah. And Ray, our cameraman, is freezing his self to death up on top of the booth. And he's saying he wishes he would have gone down to the Utah State homecoming game instead of coming over here to Soda Springs, just because he would have been a lot warmer. But he's here, and we're ready to bring you football, Bear Lake versus Soda Springs. The other big game of note, tomorrow night is also homecoming down in Provo, BYU versus the University of Utah, the Holy War matchup. And 6-0 BYU ranked number 15 versus 5-1 Utah ranked number 23. First ranked matchup between these two teams since 2009, if I have my numbers right. So it's a big one. And a lot of the experts are saying the winner of this game is likely headed to the conference championship game. Not guaranteed, but would be in the driver's seat to go to that conference championship game against Texas Tech in Arlington, Texas. So it's a big game tomorrow with a lot of implications. The Holy War ensues from down there in Provo tomorrow night. That one kicks off, I want to say, at like 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And so if you see me at the volleyball game, I'm going to be watching the football game on my iPad while I'm paying attention to what's going on the court. So good luck. And if we're gonna do the pick 'em part, of course I'm gonna pick the Utah State Aggies to get the win at homecoming tonight, and I'm gonna go for both home teams. I'm gonna pick the Bear Lake Bears to get the win. The BYU Cougars to get the win down in Provo. I talked to Coach Reynolds before the game. I asked him about both games. His key to the game for tomorrow night in the BYU-Utah game is for the BYU Cougars to establish the run. He says that's going to be the key. If they can establish the run, you got a true freshman quarterback at BYU, so they're going to need to establish the run, take the pressure off him. That's his key to the game. His key to the game for the Bear Lake game, let's get back to that now, is execution. He said that to me almost every time I've talked to him this week. He says the Bears just got to execute. If you do your job, execute on each and every play, he likes the Bears' chance of winning tonight. And I talked to Coach Withrich as well, said, what's your key to the game? And he said, protect the ball, win the turnover battle. So the Bears have got to play all 4 quarters of clean football, win the turnover battle. That's their key to the game. The key to the game for Coach Nate Withrich for the Bears to get the win tonight. I like both of those. If you execute, you're not going to turn the ball over. So they kind of go together, and we'll see as the wind picks up a little bit. Looking at the clouds, I think we're going to stay dry, but it's definitely breezy over here, and in the low 40s. It probably feels like it's in the closer to the mid 30s, I would guess, with the breeze, but we'll do what we can do and bring you this game. Looks like they're going to get this thing started here in a minute. Let's take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
High school sports coverage lives here on the SVI Sports Network. Let's get back to the game.
All right, we're getting ready for kickoff. The Soda Springs cheer and dance team are out on the field. Looks like they're going to present the colors for the national anthem. Cannot see the flag from where I'm at. Hopefully, we'll just pretend, because I think it's on the other side of the announcer's booth, which I'm not in because there's not room in there. But we're about ready to have the national anthem. Then we'll get off the kickoff and we'll have some football. I did not see them do the coin toss yet, so I don't think they did. The officials took a pretty good break as they took their most of the 15 minutes between the games. That JV game went long as it came down to the final few plays. So the officials took 15 minutes to go in, put on some warmer clothes, and get ready for this varsity game. So I don't think they've done the corn toss or anything like that yet. We'll have the national anthem, then we'll get to that. You can see the Soda Cheer team doing a cheer, and then the national anthem. You can probably hear the wind picking up a little bit in my microphone as the Soda Springs cheer team presenting the national anthem. And I don't know if you can see the crowd from across the way on the video camera. That is the home crowd. And I would argue that there's at least as many people here from Bear Lake as there is in that home crowd across the way, if not more. So good representation for the Bear Lake Bears here in Soda Springs. Officials are out at midfield waiting for the captains to come out on the field, and we'll bring you those as they come on out in what's likely the final game of the year for both the Bear Lake Bears and the Soda Springs Cardinals. Oh, Soda's numbers are going to be hard to see tonight. They're dressed in red and black with black numbers, but those numbers don't stand out real well. They have number 32 out there, not in uniform. That's Randy Stevens. He must be injured. Bear Lake Bears have a couple people out there not in uniform with injuries as well. Peyton Bruce is out there as a captain tonight. Also, looks like number 24, Caden Harrison, out there for Bear Lake. The Bears also have Caden Anderson, Keach, and 18 is Caleb Wiscombe. So Wiscombe, Keach, Bruce, and Anderson are your captains for the Bear Lake Bears. Number 21 is also out there. That's Cole Garbett. And there's one more I missed from Soda, but I can't see him with the way the teams are lined up. And like I said, under these lights, the Soda Springs uniforms and numbers don't really pop out. They're kind of hard to see. So we'll do our best here tonight to give credit where credit is due. Every time I can see, I'll give you the numbers. It looks like that's number 17, I'm going to say, Caden Peterson, senior wide receiver. Bears will be going from left to right as we see it and you hear it. For those of you listening on the radio tonight, the official still explaining the rules. Bears all in white with their royal numerals and black helmets tonight. Two teams shake hands, and we're ready for football. Going to get started almost 20 minutes late thanks to the JV game going a little bit long. And a big game, even though these two teams are not in the same division anymore. Bear Lake up at 4A and Soda Springs in Class 3A. There's still the rivalry. These kids still know each other. These kids still have a lot of bragging rights and pride. And so it matters. And the Cardinals bringing their team out to center field for the team introduction. And then we'll have the kickoff. Aaron Hobbs, Corey Harrison, and Isaac Pacheco, the coaches for Soda Springs. The coaches for the Bear Lake Bears. Of course, Houston Reynolds, the head coach. The assistant head coach is Cameron Crane. Assistants, Nate Anderson, Nate Witherich, Trevor Neal, Pat Johnson, Mason Garbett, Chris Clausing, Eric Momsa, Jaden Crane, and Colin Mon. And those are your coaches for the Bear Lake Bears. Set to kick off will be Caleb Wiscombe. He has been a huge asset to the Bear Lake Bears this year. His kicking abilities has had a lot of touchbacks and pinned a lot of teams deep. And that is an important thing in high school football because that's not always guaranteed. So that's been big this year as Caleb has done a great job with the kicking duties. Back deep for Soda Springs. Cannot see their numbers at all from this angle. So I'm sorry if you're listening and watching out there from Soda Springs. I'll do the best I can, but the numbers just don't really stand out on those uniforms. So we'll see what we can do. Wiscombe getting a foot into it. Nice, high, deep kick. Back end. It's going to hit at about the 5, go into and through the end zone for a touchback. So I said that before he even kicked off. Caleb Wiscombe, he's been our honorable mention player of the game pretty much every game all season. And he starts it off with a great kick. Pin him deep. Don't give him a chance to get a return. A lot of these games we see after kickoffs, the ball being turned over about the 35 or 40-yard line after a good kick return. When you can pin it back at the 20, it helps a lot. So Soda Springs will have the first chance on offense. They send 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, 2 running backs in the backfield, quarterback in shotgun. And I will try to catch his number when I can. And it's going to be a pitch, an option play on first down. Bears are going to string it to the sideline. He's not going to gain much. Garbett is the running back. And that's Micah Browning is the quarterback. And Kalen Garbett, the running back. And actually, sorry, that's probably Zayden Garbett, 34, the running back. So second down and 8, a gain of 2. Back to pass. It's just a quick hitter. It's complete to Garbett. And that Tackle made there by Birch. Looks like they're going to mark it just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1 yard to go. So appreciate the PA announcer being pretty loud over here. At least I can catch the names on some of these guys. And I'm maybe going to grab a headset and see if I can get somebody in the crowd here to help me out, just mainly for names, because these numbers are hard to see. Back to pass on 3rd and very short. Going deep. He's got a man, but it's way over his head. Incomplete. And it would have been a big gain if not a touchdown. He had his man beat deep. Brings up 4th and 1 at their own 29-yard line. This is where that kick by Wiscombe comes in big, because if they're out in near midfield, this is probably 4-down territory where you're at. It's a hard decision right here. Do you go for it on 4th and 1, or do you punt it away, do the safe thing? They're lining up as if they're going to go for it. If you're the Bear Lake coaches, you're saying, do not jump off sides here. Don't give them the free first down. 4th down and 1. And it's the handoff, and he's going to get the first down and some out to the 43-yard line. Birch with another tackle, but it is a Soda Springs Cardinal first down. And so it'll be 1st down and 10. So they go for it on 4th down, and they get the conversion. I guess that's why they went deep on 3rd down. They were confident they could get it on 4th down. So now they are out near midfield. Delay handoff, and it's a big gain. Garbett is into Bear Lake territory, clear down to near the 40-yard line. All right. Can you hear me, Mr. Saxon? No, I don't have the right one plugged in. You still can't hear me. Now can you hear me? All right, I gotta turn your mic up. All right. Gonna have some help here.
I just got some glasses last week, so maybe I can see some numbers.
Back to pass on 1st down. Soda going over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. And downfield. Last pass there by Browning. And we have such a great angle here. You guys have a great angle on TV. But it's going to move the change. It's another USAA Phillips 66 first down, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Tafoya makes the tackle for Bear Lake, but it's 1st and 10. The Cardinals have moved from their own 20 all the way down to the Bears' 30 here on their first possession. Browning is going to give the delay handoff up the middle, not going very far this time. Landon Davidson in on the tackle, as well as Farmer and Preston Wright, I believe, on that. Did you catch the number on the running back?
I didn't. I thought I could see it when they were over here. I could see kinda, but now
it's not just my eyes that are having a hard time seeing those. They're a red-ish, but they're kind of a pinkish red, and the numbers just don't really pop out. So Browning in shotgun. He's got a running back off his left hip, but he's back to pass. Quick hitter. It's caught for a short gain. It is going to be 3rd down, 3rd and about 5 on the far sideline. Harrison, I guess, we're just going to have to listen to the PA announcer to figure out who's doing what for Soda Springs. 3rd and 2 at the ball at the 22. And you're definitely in 4-down territory here, as they only need 2 yards. They went for it on 4th and 1 at their own 29. They're going to go for it on 4th down, you'd think, here. And it's a handoff up the middle. He's not going to gain much. Is he going to get the first down? I don't think so. Nope, they do say yes. You look at the far side official. Near side official, I didn't think so. Far side official waived the first down. Just barely, though. Looks like maybe the 19-yard line. Needed 2. He got 3. And the Cardinals moved the chains. Another Phillips 66 U-save. First down, live to the full. Phillips 66 U-save. Where your convenience is our pleasure. And Cardinals it's been their pleasure to drive the ball right down the field on this opening drive. They already have the ball inside of the red zone at the 19-yard line. Browning back to pass. He's under some pressure. He gets it away.
Nice.
Caleb Wiscombe with a great defensive play there in between the receiver and the quarterback. Went up high. If it would have been low enough for the receiver to catch, Wiscombe may have picked that one off.
Yeah. Just off the tips of his fingers there.
So 2nd and 10 for Soda Springs. 7-11. This has been a long drive. We're used to this. We've had a lot of times when the opposing team has had the ball first this year against Bear Lake and had long drives. Jackson had it. Was it Jackson that had it for like 7 minutes, it seemed like?
Yeah.
Pitch in the backfield. That one's going nowhere. It was a high snap. Coltrane takes the pitch, but because the high snap, it threw the whole timing off. So no gain in 3rd down and 10. He's saying Coltrane. I don't have a Coltrane on the roster. We'll see. It's 3rd and 10. The number's in the 40s, and there's not a 40 on the roster. That's why I can't find his number. And quarterback keeper, and it's going to come back. We got a holding and another flag. Two different referees saw the same thing. It's either hold or an illegal block. As Browning had what was probably going to be 1st down yardage or close to it, but it's going to come back as both officials threw their flag in the same place. Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul or the previous spot, whichever is worse off for the offense.
I work with one of their coaches, and he says they've struggled with being disciplined. A lot of penalties this year.
Yeah, you were saying that pregame that they've had some struggles with discipline, and this one could hurt them big time, put them behind the chains. As the referee still haven't marked it off. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is just a couple yards, maybe a yard downfield from the 3rd and 20. Now, ball is out. It's really hard to see the sidelines from our angle here. Is that the 25 or the 30? I think it's the 25.
Yep.
25-yard line. 3rd and 20 from the 25, and rolling Browning going deep in the end zone. He's got a man, and it's caught.
Great catch.
Garbutt catches it for the touchdown in the back of the end zone. 2 Bear Lake Bears were there and hit him as the ball got there. It was actually well-defended play. Browning nailed him. Great pass and
great catch at the back of the end zone.
5 minute 45 seconds off the clock on the first drive. And on 3rd down and 20 from the 25, they throw onto the back of the end zone. He caught it, stayed in bounds, came down with it with 2 Bear Lake Bears hanging all over him. And the Soda Springs Cardinals draw first blood. When I got here during the JV game, it was 6-0 Bear Lake, and then it went to halftime 18-6 Soda. So doesn't mean much so far today.
Nope.
2-point conversion is going to be a pass.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be illegal procedure. They're going to have to try this one again. It was complete. The 2-point conversion was good, but yep, illegal shift. So it'll be 2-point conversion attempt now from the 8-yard line. Makes it a lot harder.
Yep.
And I heard a siren there. I was concerned for a second. I think that was their celebration for the touchdown, though.
A little late on that one.
A little bit. Anyways, that 2-point conversion attempt coming up, and then we'll take a break for before the kickoff. But the Cardinals, that was an impressive drive. Mostly throwing the ball, marched straight down the field, 5 minutes, 45 seconds off the clock, and scored the go-ahead touchdown. And now they're going to go for 2, but they're back from the 8-yard line after the illegal shift. And it's into the end zone.
Oh.
It was bobbled and falls incomplete, and the Cardinal receiver is down, and he looks to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he does.
Hope he's going to be okay. We'll take a break. We'll take a 60-second break. Hopefully he'll be up and off the field and be okay. And we'll be back with the kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Jacobson. I'm a family practice provider here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. After graduating high school at Bear Lake High School, I went to BYU, Idaho to play baseball. After a year, went on a LDS mission to Chile. ended up going to medical school at the University of Utah. Did family practice in Salt Lake City. Worked in Hawaii for a time, and then back here when this job opened up. Being able to practice back here has always been a dream. I've been working here at the hospital for almost 10 years. What I like about family practice is you get to see a little bit of everything. And in a rural setting, you get to do a lot of things that you don't normally get to do. My passion's spending time with my family, particularly outdoors. A lot of whitewater rafting in the summer, snow skiing in the winter. What makes me feel good at the end of the day is just connecting with my patients. We look forward to seeing you and taking care of you.
Find local scores from around the region after the game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
All right, they do have the Soda Springs Cardinal injured player up on his feet. They're still trying to get him off the field. I hope he's going to be okay. Didn't see what happened. He was the intended receiver. He got battered around.
Got hit right as he went for the catch.
He was holding his hip and or back. So I wonder if he took a shot to the kidneys on the attempt to make the catch there so you never want to see a player go down injured, but hopefully he'll be back on the field before the end of the game. And Soda Springs takes the lead 6-0. Bears will receive the kickoff. Back deep for Bear Lake. Looks like it's going to be Birch, Anderson, and Tafoya. I don't think they're expecting a deep kick by the looks of it, because Anderson and Tafoya, the ones that are usually deep, are actually up at the 20-yard line, and Birch is the deep man, but he's only at the 15. So I'm thinking Bears are anticipating a shorter kickoff.
Yeah, maybe that's also why they didn't do an extra point, the 1-point conversion.
It's actually rare, and the Bears have been blessed the last few seasons in a row with Wiscombe, and then before that with my Toby Flake, with great kickers. Cole Garbett. Okay, that's who they're calling Coltrane, is Cole Garbett, number 21. That helps a little bit. I find
He's a big kid, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He is set to kick off. And it is going to go
good kick, though,
into the end zone, hopefully. Yes, it does. It was a low line drive. Very different looking kick. Garbett's was high, deep, and typical kickoff. That one's just a low line drive, only went about 10 yards off the ground, but it was still effective. Pins the Bears back. They'll take over at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10, trailing 6-0. Now, the Bear Lake numbers on offense, they're easy to see.
Yeah.
Are these uniforms, do you think they're their standard uniforms? Because they have a lot of pink on. It is November. You'd think it might be a pink out, but I can't tell.
I think it's their...
Is it just the lights?
I think it's their normal uniforms.
But they are difficult to see those numbers. They're thin, and they are outlined in white, but you just can't pick up the numbers real easy. So, Dax Perkins, hopefully feeling a little bit better than he was last week. From talking to him and the coaches, he is feeling a little bit better than he was a week ago. Back in at quarterback, right, the running back, 2 wide receivers to either side. Perkins takes the snap, back to pass on 1st down, and it's a quick hitter to Anderson. Anderson makes first man miss, and he's going to gain positive yardage, about 5 or 6. Couldn't make the second man miss, or he could have had a big play there. But a good start for the Bear Lake Bears. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think it was Blake Mon was the first one to make contact.
Oh, they're going to give him a 5-yard gain. So ball out to the 25-yard line. And 2nd down and 5. Anderson and Birch to the far side. It will be Tafoya alone to the near side. Wiscombe in the backfield next to Perkins and along with Wright. Now Wiscombe goes in motion to trips to the left. And fumble on the handoff. And I think Soda Springs came up with it. They did. So with 5:26 left in the 1st quarter, Bears only had the ball for 40 seconds. And fumble the handoff. It's recovered by the Cardinals, and the Cardinals, who had the 6-0 lead, have the ball back inside of their own 25-yard line, inside the Bears' 25-yard line. And so
great field position again.
Yeah, they just scored a touchdown from almost exactly this same spot just a minute ago on a 25-yard pass, and now they have the ball back right there after the costly turnover. Bears defense needs a stop here. Browning back to pass. He's under pressure. He just throwing that away. That's got to be intentional grounding.
Yeah, no flag though.
Don't know how that's not intentional grounding. There wasn't a wide receiver within
20 yards
at least. He was just trying to save the sack, and it came out wobbly, so maybe they're saying
it was a flag.
There, yeah, I was going to say. You got to yep, intentional grounding. I think they just had to talk it over, make sure there wasn't a wide receiver in the area, and they talked it over. And now it's a matter of where was he when he threw the ball, because that's the new spot. And they gave him a very generous spot.
Yeah, he was back further than that.
But
at least 5 yards.
Yes, and it is a loss of down. So it's 2nd down and 15. They gave him just a 5-yard loss. So 2nd and 15. Maybe it's just a 5-yard penalty in high school. I know in the NFL or college and there's going to be another 5-yard false start. So the Cardinals going the wrong way. False start. So it'll be 2nd down and 20. But it was 2nd down and 20 when they scored their touchdown. But it was a little bit closer to the end zone on that one. 2nd down and 20, ball out now at the 34-yard line for the Cardinals. They took over after the fumble by the Bears on the second play of the game for the Bears. 5:16 left in the first quarter. Browning has got Cole Garbett off his right hip. He's back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, going deep. Nobody there. And Bears had him bracketed. That was not much opportunity to complete that pass. So it's 3rd and 20 now. They got great field position. You know you got 2 downs to get the 20 yards. Let's see what they have up their sleeves on this 3rd and 20 play from the 34-yard line. They need to get down to just inside the 15 for the first down after the intentional grounding and then the false start.
You know, both JV and varsity seem to be passing a lot, and I've actually been impressed with their quarterbacks, really. And we had to make adjustments in the JV that second half to change things around for us.
Back to pass, Browning rolling. He's going to just throw this one away. It's onto the track on the far side. Brox Birch in coverage. Bears putting on the pressure again in the backfield. So 4th down now and 20. You know, if the Bears get a stop here, they're actually going to gain field position
than where we were at.
You know, fumbled it, turned it over with a couple penalties. They may end up gaining yards if they force an incompletion here.
That was Jace that put all that pressure on the quarterback that time, wasn't it?
Jace Farmer, yeah. He had a great week last week. He had that strip sack. Even though it was a loss, we gave him the player of the game. His defensive end, he's done well this year. Man in motion. Browning back to pass. Farmer again in the backfield.
Where he might enter.
And nope. Are they calling it complete?
Yep.
They called it complete and a first down. When that ball was first one up there, I thought that
he had a better chance.
Yeah, had a better chance to pick that off. I don't know how Garbett came down with that. That's the 2nd time in this game I've had to say that. Not sure how Garbett came down with that ball. The last time was a touchdown. This one just gives them a first down on 4th and 20. They get the first down, and it's 1st down and goal, I think.
Nope.
Or 1st and 10 at the 11, maybe?
Yeah.
11 or 12?
Yep.
So looked like he was just throwing it up there for grabs, and somehow Garbett came down with it. No doing on that play. Cole Garbett on that one. Looks like maybe they're not even gonna move the chains down there. So the announcer says a yard gain, but I didn't see the down marker move at all. So 2nd down and a long 9, we'll call it, but most nearly 10. After that, Phillips 66, you say 1st down on the deep ball. This first quarter is down under 4 minutes, and Bears have only had the ball for two plays. Browning pass is complete, and he's going to be near the end zone, but he's not going to get the touchdown. Garbett again. And an injured Bear Lake Bear on the play. And they're going to call in the Bear Lake coaching staff. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Your home for the Bear Lake Bears. This is SVI 4 and The Wave, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
The injured Bear Lake Bear is on the far side. We're about the 40-yard line on one side, and he is at the 5-yard line on the opposite side of the field. So we can't tell who it is. The Bear Lake coaching staff is over there gathered around him. He's still got him on his back on the field. So let's just take another 60-second break, and we'll be back on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm John Pym, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, DO. Interacting with wonderful people every day, being able to maybe make a small impact in their lives for good. I don't think that life gets any better than that. I am really excited to be here practicing in Bear Lake and be a good source for you and your family to take care of your healthcare needs.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Let's get back to the game with Jared and Lisa live on the SVI Sports Network.
All right, Caden Anderson was the injured Bear Lake Bear. He's up and off the field, walking under his own power. It looks like it's an upper body injury, maybe an arm. Hopefully he'll be back. Meanwhile, first and goal for the Cardinals. Pass incomplete. No, it's not. No. Another official comes in and says no. No, the one official said yes. Another official came in and said no.
From my view, it looked like it hit the ground.
Yeah, the quarterback Browning immediately grabbed his helmet like, I can't believe I just missed that touchdown. And then they threw up their arms. One official called it a catch. Another official came in and said, no, I have a better angle. That was definitely incomplete.
And the ambulance wanted to give the
touchdown.
Have to wait, but hopefully we can.
So second down and goal now at the 1 for the Cardinals. They don't run the ball a lot, but this might be a position that you run it in. Cole Garbett next to the quarterback Browning. There is another running back there. I think he's wearing number 40. We don't have a 40 on the roster, so not sure who that is. And it's a handoff. This is a touchdown. Browning on the quarterback keeper. And just like that, 2 touchdowns. The Soda Springs Cardinals have scored as many touchdowns as the Bear Lake Bears have run offensive plays. That's what happens when you fumble it on the second play of the game. So the Cardinals drove. They had a long, almost 6-minute drive to start the game. Bears got the ball, fumbled it on the second play, and a quick drive this time, comparatively, still took over 3 minutes off the clock. And the Cardinals going for 2 with a chance to make it 14-0 right off the bat. Browning has Cole Garbett off his right hip, sends a man in motion. Here's the snap, back to pass for the 2-point conversion. It is incomplete, broken up over there. Peyton Schwab with the pass breakup.
Good defense by Peyton.
He was right in the middle of that and broke up the pass. And So the 2-point conversion is no good. We'll take a 60-second break. We'll be back with the kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and then they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
The Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard shows the Soda Spring Cardinals in the lead early, 12-0. And the kickoff being returned by Brox Birch. And a nice return. He's out to 35-yard line? Or across it?
I think across it a little bit.
Well, wait. 38. There you go. It's kind of if I'd watched the computer screen in front of me, I actually maybe have a better view from the camera angle than we'd have here from the stands on some of these plays. So the Bears start with decent field position, but they're down 2 touchdowns. And 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 2 running backs in the backfield are Wiscombe and Wright. Handoff is to Wiscombe. He's going to bounce it to the outside, now cut it up the middle. Decent gain across the 30. Well, let's see.
Maybe 1 yard.
Maybe it looked like it was going to be a decent gain. It's just a bad angle. It looked like he had gained more than that. 2nd down and 9 on the carry by Wiscombe. Perkins trots in from the sideline with the play. And the passing play on the 1st down, the Bears had the ball, was effective. And the good news is Anderson, who was the injured player, is back out there as the near side receiver on this play with Brox Birch in the slot. And it's back to pass and avoiding the tackle. Now avoiding another tackle. He's going to run out of bounds. I think he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage there. We'll see. Nope, he's going to lose 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 12. So 3rd down. Bears have the ball at 35. They need to get to the 45. Down by a couple of scores here early in the game. And probably a passing situation. I think he got to pick up 8, 9, 10 yards to make this a 4-down situation. I don't think if you have 4th and longer than 5, you go for it on this part of the field. So Wiscombe joins Tafoya on the far side. It's Anderson and Birch to the near side. Now Wiscombe in motion to the near side. Back to pass. He's going to step on the pocket.
He's got room.
He is going to get the first down.
Good run by Dax.
Out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Cole Garbett runs him down. But that was a great scramble there. Nobody opened. Wiscombe maybe had his man beat, but he didn't have a chance to get it to him. And a nice run there by Dax Perkins. And he picks up the first Bear Lake Phillips 66 USA first down of the game out near midfield. About the 47-yard line. Now they're right in front of us. We should be able to see what's going on now.
Yeah.
They're finally at our end of the field.
JV game played right in front of us for quite a while. This one hasn't yet.
Wiscombe on the carry. He's going to turn the corner. Still on his feet. Down out of, let's say they mark him out of bounds at about the 44. That's going to be very near the line of game. Going to be 2nd down and 1 after a 9-yard gain. Nice play there by Wiscombe. Nice patient running. Waited for his block to develop and then got around the corner. Yeah, that was nice. It seemed like 3 possessions in a row. Neither team could move the ball in that JV game. The whole game happened right in front of us. That's what we need right now. Except we want a Bears touchdown first.
Yeah.
2nd down and 1. this chance to maybe take a deep shot because you know you should be able to pick it up 4-down territory here now that you're inside Cardinal territory. And it's going to be handoff to Preston Wright. He's going to get the first down. That's another Phillips 66U save, first down, as he moves the ball into the 39-yard line. Nice little gain there. Cook, the Cardinal tackler, be first and 10 Bears at the 39-yard line.
Bears starting to gain some traction now.
Yeah, I think if that first possession wouldn't have ended so quickly in that handoff, their first play of the game was a nice run. They gained for a nice pass. They gained positive yardage, and the second play was that fumble. But that's going to end the first quarter. Bears down after one quarter by a score of 12-0. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh?
Yep.
Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour. Ron breaks 304 seconds. Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard. You drive in a circle. You don't even steer. Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old.
Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person.
All right, looks like as we come back, first and 10 as the second quarter started, Birch catches it, but he was out of bounds. And I love it when a play is successful for the offense and the defense celebrates just because the sideline helped. Sorry, that's what I was laughing at. I won't call anybody out, but it happens at every level. You see it in college and the pros. It's a beautiful pass, beautiful catch, but they just happen to not be able to stay in bounds, and the defense takes credit for it, celebrating that they made a great play. Second down and 10, Bears football at the Soda Springs 39-yard line. Bears already down by a couple touchdowns early, 12-0, as the Cardinals took advantage of the turnover. Perkins' pass is caught by Anderson, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to be down inside the 25-yard line. That'll be good for another Phil 66U save. First down. Yards after catch. Very impressive right there by Anderson. Got to give a shout out to your son in the JV game. He had a long touchdown. Yards after catch was very impressive. Yards after contact even on that play, though, for Anderson.
Yep.
Good catch and run there. First and 10. Another Phillips 66U save, first down. Bears inside the 25-yard line, getting close to scoring territory here. Perkins back to pass, rolling under pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
Oh.
And it's number 5 with the sack.
Blake Mon.
Showing
him as a sophomore.
Big loss as he came from Perkins' backside, so he didn't know he was under that much pressure. Couldn't run away from it. Big loss on the play. Second down and 20 here early in the second quarter. The good news is for those of us that are cold is the clock is running quickly in this varsity game so far. Bad news is the Bears are down by 2 touchdowns already. Wiscombe and Tafoya on the far side. Birch and Anderson on the near side. Right is the running back. Now, man in motion. It's the fly sweep. It's Tafoya. Tafoya bobbles it, but keeps it cleanly and doesn't get any yardage out of it, though, sadly. Well pursued by Soda Springs there.
Quick hands there, but that's hammy all the way.
You love to see him in space. He's an incredible runner, but that time he wasn't able to get there.
I think we're in fourth down territory, don't you?
I would say definitely. Third down and 16, as according to the scoreboard. It looks like more like third down and closer to 20 if you look at the side, the chains. Right is the running back. 2 wide receivers to either side. Back to passes. Perkins looking. He's got a man. It was tipped. And it was incomplete. In fact, the tip maybe almost made it easier, a closer attempt for Anderson, because I think he let him a little bit too much. The tip let it float a little bit, but Anderson's not able to bring it in. 4th down now, and long for the Bears. That would have been pretty close to a first down, if not a first down, and maybe even a touchdown if Anderson comes down with that. But it led him just a little bit too much, and it falls incomplete. So 4th and very long for the Bears. Perkins will have Anderson and Birch to the far side. Tafoya and Wiscombe to the near side. He's going into the end zone for Anderson, and it is knocked down in the end zone. It was there. I thought he had a chance at it, but there is a flag. There is a flag on the field. Oh, it's on Bear Lake. So they're going to decline it most likely, and it'll be turnover on downs. So the Bears had the ball twice. They fumbled it. Now they've turned it over on downs. These Cardinals have had the ball twice, and they've scored 2 touchdowns. Not a great start for Bear Lake here in this one. Then that pass was there. That was just good defense.
Yeah, that was a good throw by Perkins.
Kind of a 50-50 ball, but the defensive player is able to knock it down, and the penalty was on Bear Lake, so it's declined, and it's now Soda Springs ball. The Bears defense needs to stop here. Let's do the announcer's curse. Bears defense needs a turnover here.
Yep.
Browning back to throw, quick pass, and it's over the head of his intended receiver. Wiscombe in the coverage again, and great coverage. He was right there. He's had a couple of those where he's been in great position, and it brings up 2nd down and 10. So far, they haven't thrown a lot of deep balls other than the touchdown. Most of their passing has just been in the flats, short stuff, trying to get their athletes in space. Brings up those 2nd down and 10. Looks like Garbett, the running back, is going to take the handoff, and he's hit immediately, bounces out of the tackle. Wiscombe can't bring him down on the sideline. And he's finally knocked out of bounds, far side, about an 8-yard gain. Bears had a couple of chances at him.
He's definitely a big, strong kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he got hit in the backfield. Looked like he was possibly going to go down for a loss. Bounces off that tackle. Wiscombe couldn't bring him down. Wiscombe's was more of an ankle tackle as he just dove at him, but he couldn't bring him down, and he gains 9 on the play, 3rd down and 1. I would say not normally 4-down territory, but this is where they went for it earlier in the game.
Yeah, and it was kind of weird. They went for a deep pass, and then instead of going for it on running at 3rd down, and then they ran at 4th down, clear back there.
And this time it's a pitch to Garbett, and he is going to get the 1st down yardage. He needed 1. He gained 3. On the far side of the field, gets another Phillips 66 USA 1st down. Just knocked out of bounds. Jace Farmer ran down on the sideline, but it's a gain of 3, and that moves the chains. And now they're getting near midfield out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. So 1st and 10, Bears defense has struggled so far tonight. 3 wide receivers in formation to the near side, 1 to the far side, and they're going to just hand it off to Garbett. And Davidson and 76 for the Bears. Bo Crockett making the tackle. Just a 1-yard gain. Good tackle by the Bears. And forces 2nd down and 9. Garbett's a big kid. He's hard to bring down. Number 21 is Cole Garbett, I believe.
So Cole and Kellen must be brothers, or
I would guess. And Kellen's the one that's been the receiver that has caught the deep passes.
He's a freshman.
Back to pass. Browning's pass is nearly.
Are you kidding me?
Wiscombe, I think, tipped it. It was incomplete. It's going to be offsetting penalties. They're going to call pass interference on Bear Lake, but they're also going to call holding on because there's a penalty in the backfield as well. Right, we're in the area of holding. So I think we got offsetting penalties. We'll just replay the down if I had to guess. I didn't see the pass interference. I was watching Wiscombe nearly knocked that one down. So let's see. Here's the pass interference, defense, holding, offense, penalties offset, replay the down, 2nd down and 9. So it was a lot of noise for nothing. And we had a couple of those happen in the JV game, a couple of offsetting penalties that on what could have, should have maybe been big plays, and then there's hankies all over the field.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 9. Browning's got Cole Garbett behind him, so pistol formation here. Man in motion. Here's the snap, back to pass. Looking. Now he's going to go deep.
He's open.
And there's nobody home. And great coverage for the Bears. And there was 3 Bear Lake Bears there with only the 2 wide receivers, and that ball fell harmlessly to the turf, if I could talk.
They, that was a deep throw.
What
came short.
Down inside the 20-yard line, so he really launched it. The Bears' defensive line is getting some pressure on, flushed him out of the pocket. So 3rd down now and 9. Maybe if the Bears can force an incompletion here, you're not in 4-down territory.
Yeah.
And it's a
fake
handoff. Pass is knocked away. That is that Preston Wright and Peyton Schwab. Schwab had defended the 2-point conversion, and he just knocks that one away. So Schwab having a good night in there in the linebacker position. I think that's the position that Dax Perkins was playing before they moved into quarterback, and they don't want to risk him getting injured. So Schwab, who started the year on the JV, has had 2 defensive plays already. So Cole Garbett back to punt. Anderson and Schwab back deep for the Bears. And this one's going to go to Anderson. Nope, he's going to let it go. And it's going to roll Cardinal bounce clear down inside the 1-yard line. Wow.
That was a great pump.
Oh, no.
Was he in the end
he
zone
went
when
in
he
the
downed
end
it?
zone with the ball. They're going to say no. Now, if that was college, that would have been a touchback, because in college, until the ball is whistled dead, if the defensive player picks it up like that and goes into the end zone with it, it's a touchback. In this case, they're marking it where he touched it, which was the 1-yard line. So even though he picked it up and went into the end zone, Bears have 99 yards to go. Now, you got to be very careful. You can't risk a loss of yardage on a handoff. You can't risk a hold in the end zone, or you give the Cardinals a quick 2 points. So Bears going to have 2 running backs in the backfield, Wiscombe and Wright. Single wide receiver to the near side is Tafoya. Hand off to Wiscombe. Yeah, there you go. Out to the 5-yard line. Pick up a 4. So that's what you need, is hand it to Wiscombe. Let him put his head down and gain some positive yards. He gets 4. And then 2nd and 6. So
Garbett was on the tackle, I believe.
He's all over the field.
Yeah.
Cole Garbett, number 21. He's the punter, he's the kicker, he's the running back, he's the linebacker making the tackles.
He's a stud, basically.
Yes. He's basically filling a similar position to Wiscombe. And Wiscombe does all those things for the Bear Lake Bears. 2nd down and 6 now, a little bit more room to work. Handoff is to Preston Wright. And he is going to maybe gain a yard. And they do give him about a yard. So 3rd down and 5, you're not in 4-down territory. You're in, if you don't get the 1st down, you definitely punt it away. So Tafoya will come out on this play, maybe an extra blocker in there. As Perkins trots in with the play, 3rd down and 5. It's Ewing and Wiscombe, the near side receivers, Birch and Anderson, the far side receivers. Running back is Wright, back to pass. And he gets it to Birch. That's going to be a 1st down. Nice catch. Birch catches it out at the 11, maybe 12-yard line. So he needed 5. He got 7. And that's going to be a Phillips 66 USA 1st down. That's big right there. If you have to punt from shadow of your own end zone, the other team's going to get some good field position. So nice catch there by Brox Birch. And the Bears have some room to breathe as they're trailing on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard by a score of 12-0, as the Cardinals had a long opening drive and then took advantage of a quick turnover by the Bears and scored 2 quick touchdowns. Since then, we've had a turnover on downs and a punt. The Bears have the ball at their own 11, but they do have a Phillips 66 U-Save first down. Perkins back to pass. Looking, he's got Tafoya is tight. He is absolutely gone. He's gaining on people. He caught it with the 5-yard cushion. He scored with the 15-yard cushion.
Getting ground on those defenders.
As soon as he caught that ball, it was obvious he was gone. 89-yard touchdown. He was running away from those guys.
What was funny, there was a sort of player that was clear back that actually...
It was Browning, their quarterback.
Yeah.
He was running faster than Tafoya, but he was about 30 yards behind when he started, so he still was 15 yards behind when they got in the end zone.
He wasn't going to catch Tafoya in that.
I have to give you a shout-out for the effort, though, because I saw the same thing. He was flying. But the two defenders that actually may have had a shot, Tafoya left them in the dust.
Yep.
So Wiscombe to kick for the extra point. It's now 12-7 as he splits the uprights. No!
It looked perfect from here, but
they say wide left. From here, it looked like it was right down the middle. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll have the kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the family medicine residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Once again, here's Jared and Lisa with live coverage of Bear Lake Bears football on the SVI Sports Network.
99-yard touchdown drive by the Bear Lake Bears. Kickoff by Wiscombe is going to be bobbled. It's on the ground, and Soda is just going to fall on it at the blocks and falls on it at about 21, 22-yard line. So short kick, and the end-over-end ball hit his shoulder pads, hit the ground. He was wise just to jump on it. There was a Bear Lake Bear defender that wasn't too far away. So 99-yard drive for Bear Lake, capped off with that 89-yard touchdown to Tafoya, and
great throw by Dak too.
Hit him in stride, and as soon as he caught the ball, you knew he was gone. All right, Browning has Cole Garbett off his right hip. He's back to pass, just a quick hitter to the sideline. It's just the wide receiver just stood up and caught the pass, didn't even go downfield. Wiscombe runs him out of bounds, but it's a gain of 8. And when you have like a 5 or 6 yard cushion, sometimes if you just stand up and throw that pass immediately, they've got some running room. And Wiscombe comes over from his linebacker position, pushes him out of bounds, but it's 2nd down and 8.
1.
Yeah, I had it backwards. They gained 8, so 2nd down and a long 1 or 2. Yeah, thank you. I had that a little bit backwards there. And Garbett, the running back to pass. And being flushed, Birch flushed him out of the pocket, couldn't bring him down. Browning, and there's going to be several flags blocking the back. So Browning's going to go to the 45. It'll come back to the 35. I think it's still going to be a first down because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So the ball, the block in the back happened way downfield. So it'll still be a Soda Springs first down, but they're going to lose about 20 yards of field position on it. So they would have been at the Bear Lake 45. They'll be back at their own 35. So they're going to lose 20 yards, but it'll still be a Phillips 666U save, first down for the Soda Springs Cardinals at the Bear Lake, at their own 35-yard line. So Brock's Birch had a chance. He's shifty, and Birch couldn't bring him down in the backfield. It would have been a big sack, and he picks up positive yardage. In the end, it was a net of 3 or 4 yards?
Yep.
So a long play, a lot of running, and he gained like 3 yards on it, but that was enough for a first down.
You know, this quarterback has some ability to miss tackles and move around.
Make tacklers miss. You can't assume a tackle. He's rolling to his right, looking to throw, gets the ball away. Intercepted. That is Tafoya. Tafoya down the side. Touchdown, Tafoya! No flag. 12-0 to 12-12, just like that. Tafoya with his second touchdown of the game. Second touchdown last 3 plays.
Yep. And ill-advised pass there.
Yeah, Browning was under pressure, rolling to his left, trying to throw with his right hand, and Tafoya just took that one. Soon he caught it about midfield and returns it all the way. Made some men miss, made some good tackles, had some great blocking.
Blocks. Like
convoy there.
Yeah, they organized. Got some blocking ahead of him, help him in the end zone.
So Wiscombe, they're going to go for 2 this time after Wiscombe's kick. From my angle, I don't know, it looked good on that kick, but apparently we don't have the right angle here. Wiscombe's kick was no good, so this time the Bears will go for 2 to try to push it to a 2-point lead. And Bears going to have to take time out because they took too long getting that play in there. Let's take a 30-second break and come back with the 2-point conversion attempt and the kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. We have very competent and successful providers that provide the best care possible. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. As a hospital, we're really, really proud of what we are able to provide. It's an all-encompassing department that is very, very much needed.
Each team has had a turnover, and each team has turned that turnover into a touchdown. It gave the Soda Springs Cardinals a 12-0 lead after the fumble early on, and then Tafoya.
Pick six.
That's always one of the most exciting plays in football if you're a defender and can get a pick 6. Now the Bears going for 2. 2 wide receivers to either side. Preston Wright is the running back. The man in motion is Anderson, and it's illegal shift, so it doesn't matter what happens. It's complete to Birch, but it's going to be illegal shift. I think they said Anderson made his break towards the line of scrimmage before the snap. So now the Bears will have to go for 2 from the 8-yard line. That's the
Well, they changed their mind on what they do here.
I don't know. The kick, Wiscombe can definitely hit it from here. So maybe you do go for 2 and go for the 1. Just try to get the 1 point, because 2-point conversion is a lot harder from the 8-yard line than it was from the 3-yard line. Was it the JV game that the same thing happened? So to have the 2-point conversion good, but because of the false start, had to go for it from the 8.
Yeah, and looks like the coaches are asking what exactly was the problem with what we did.
To me, based on the timing of the flag, I think they're saying that when Anderson, he was in motion and he broke towards the line of scrimmage too early. But the Bear Lake coaches are still asking for an explanation. Basically getting a free timeout out of this is what they're getting.
Yeah. Well, Coach Crane's been good buddies with that ref.
There may have been an unsportsmanlike conduct call in the JV game when that touchdown was called back.
Yeah.
That was your son that scored that touchdown that came back, and there was a hold or a block in the back or something that was called. Like, now Wiscombe is going to kick it. You made the right call there. They are going to change their mind. And it was way away from the play and probably didn't have anything to do with the touchdown. So when it got called back, it really frustrated the Bear Lake coaches. Snap, hold, kick. That's got to be good that time. Yes, it is. And Wiscombe gives the Bears the lead, 13-12. 30-second break, kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Go here, go there, go anywhere with Phillips 66.
Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Back to more live coverage of Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
You know, Jared, I don't think the temperature's changed much, but the wind's been constant. And you sit in it for several hours. It starts.
I was thinking that same thing. It would actually be a pleasant night out here if it wasn't for the wind. Caleb Wiscombe to get a foot into it, and he's going to use that wind to his advantage and put that one out of the end zone, into and out of the back of the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. Wiscombe's leg gave the Bear Lake Bears the lead. Right there, he pushes the Cardinals back to their own 20-yard line on the kickoff. The Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard shows the Bears in the lead for the first time at 13-12, courtesy of Austin Tafoya.
Yep.
Caught an 89-yard touchdown pass on the ensuing possession. Pick six, about a 50-yard-ish return, somewhere in there. So Tafoya been the hero so far.
You know, in high school, there's a lot of value when you have a kicker that kick it into the end zone like that, isn't it?
Yeah, and to get extra points.
Yep.
Because it's probably still 12-12 right there after that illegal procedure going for it from the 8-yard line. Browning is going to hand it off to Garbett. He's bottled up in the backfield and tackled for a loss.
Oh, no.
Oh, and then a late penalty. And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see who it's on. If it's on the Bears, then it's going to be very
costly, or both.
Unsportsmanlike, Bear Lake. Not sure who it's on, but that's going to be costly. It was going to be second down and 13 from back inside, right in about the 15-yard line. Instead, somebody must have mouthed off, and they'll give the Cardinals a first down. Didn't see who they called it on. They don't tell you the numbers in high school anyway. Plus, I'm not going to pick on one of our kids getting a penalty like that. So, first down and 10, courtesy of the penalty on what should have been a big play. Turns out to be a gain for the Cardinals. But because it was a dead ball penalty, it's 15 yards from the spot. So they didn't get like huge yardage out of it. Back to pass, going deep. He's got his man. And Garbett with another catch. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22-yard line by Tate Ewing. Fingertip grab.
Yeah, another great catch.
The Garbetts are the story of this game.
Yep.
And that's that catch. It was off his fingertips. I thought it was overthrown. I just thought, okay, incompletion. We're good to go. And somehow he brought that in and stayed on his feet for about another 10 yards. He was stumbling forward. And a big gain, and they're in business at the 22-yard line of the Bear Lake Bears. So Browning has got Garbett off his left hip. That's Cole Garbett off his left hip. And he's going to pitch it to Garbett, who's trying to go wide. Wiscombe is blocked in the back.
I didn't see a flag.
Yeah, they didn't call it. But he does can't make the tackle, but he forces him to the sideline, and Goose Tree finishes him off. So a very short gain.
If any, yard maybe, a couple yards, I guess, huh?
Going to give him 2. Looked like, I think that one down, the down marker's a little bit forward of the 20 there, I think. But it is second down. The ball is right on the 20-yard line. Second down and 8. The announcer's saying 9. The yard marker looks like 7. I said 8. So none of us know what we're talking about. Man in motion. Browning calls for the snap. Back to pass. He's got a man over the middle. What a hit.
Yep.
I don't know. How did he hang on to that ball? Wiscombe just absolutely lit him up as the ball got to him, and he somehow held on to that for a gain of several yards. Now they're inside the 15. So it looks like it's going to be third down and 1. Timeout on the field taken by the Soda Springs Cardinals. There's a minute left in the quarter. We're about to go to halftime. We'll take an extended break during halftime to try to figure out how we can warm up a little bit. So we'll keep it right here, right now. It's been an exciting first half. First quarter was all Soda. They led 12-0 after one quarter. Second quarter has been all Austin Tafoya. The Bears lead at 13-12 right now, but courtesy of the long ball, the Cardinals are in business. Third down and 1 at the Bear Lake 16, 17-yard line, somewhere in there, about 17, I think. So this is a big possession. They're going to go for it. They got 4 downs here. They got at least 1 timeout left, maybe 2. So time a factor. Bears would like to keep them out right here. If the Bears could keep them out of the end zone, they'd go into half with the lead. The Cardinals would like to score, and they'd like to score with very little, if no time left on the clock, and go into the halftime with a 6, 7, or 8-point lead, depends on the extra points. They now trail by 1, so I guess it could be 5, 6, or 7 points at the most. So Browning has 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Colt Garbett.
Probably give it to Garbett and just get the first down, wouldn't you say?
That's what I do on 3rd down, and they're going to run the option. Browning's going to keep it, and he's going to. I thought he was going to score. Nice tackle. I think that's Wiscombe that made the tackle. I'm not positive on that, but it saved the touchdown for sure. Browning was running the option. He had Garbett behind him, and he had a lot of running room. But he is able to, the Bears are able to tackle him and force 1st and goal. Give us to Garbett up the middle, touchdown. 31.9 seconds left on the clock, but Cole Garbett just powers through and scores the touchdown. Just like that, courtesy of a long pass. And this drive started out with a sack that was, well, not a sack, but a tackle for loss. It was going to be 2nd down and very long. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on somebody on the Bear Lake defense gave them a 1st down instead of being 2nd and long, and they converted the long pass, and now the touchdown. They'll go for the 2-point conversion to try to push the lead to 7. Right now it's 5. Garbett, and that's false start. The running back got a big start there. He was going to be the blocking back. It was going to be the same play they just ran.
Yep.
I didn't see who the 2nd running back was, but he was going to be the lead blocker for Garbett.
Got excited there to do it too, didn't he?
Yeah, took an extra step before the snap. So now it makes it a little bit more complicated. You got to probably throw it to get the 2-point conversion now. And so it will be an untimed down. The Bears are going to have somewhere around 20 to 25 seconds, depending on the kick return, to do something with this when they get back on offense. And they have at least 1, if not 2 timeouts. So we'll see what the Bears can do. But the 2-point conversion attempt first. And there's another false start. And somebody on the left side of the line, I think, moved while the receiver's in motion. Now you got the 2-point conversion attempt from the 13-yard line. This makes Wiscombe's kick even that much more important, because if they don't get this here, the lead's only 5, so touchdown and no extra point would give the Bears the lead again. So that extra point was big. Now it's a 2-point conversion attempt from the 13-yard line. They're staying in the same formation. Back to pass is Browning. He's got plenty of time. Now he rolls out. Now he throws it in the end zone, and it's caught.
Another great catch. Our coverage was decent on watching all the receivers. We were pretty decent.
Yeah, and he went up high. How does he come down with that ball? It looked like it was going to be thrown out of the back of the end zone. But wow. You go back, a 2-point conversion from the 13-yard line, and the quarterback's under pressure. Looks like he's going to be maybe tackled. He throws the ball up into the back of the end zone, and somehow the receiver came down with it, even though it looked like it was going to be over his head. And just like that, this has been a crazy game.
Yep. This was like a good pickup for both teams, I think, to play this game.
Yeah, both teams would have been off and only had a 7-game season. So glad we were able to work this one out and get this game in. It's been exciting first half. And now the Bears are going to have probably around 25 seconds. The clock doesn't start until the return man touches it. And you got Tafoya, Anderson, and Birch back deep. And Cole Garbett set to kick off. So we saw a kickoff return for a touchdown in the JV game. The Bears had the lead. Right before the end of the game. It was the fourth quarter.
That's right.
With just about a minute left. It looked like Bears were going to have the win in the pocket, and they allowed a touchdown return. Bears still got the win because the 2-point conversion failed, but I'd like to see that repeated here by the Bears.
Yeah, actually, Bear Lake JV had one run back right before half that got called back, and then
yeah, that's onside kick attempt, and the Bears recover it. And the problem you're going to have is if you're Soda Springs, the danger there is now Bear Lake Bears
has a lot.
Yeah, 50-yard line. Instead of pinning them back like 20-25, taking time off the clock with the return, 0.9 seconds came off, and now the Bears have it in midfield. That's an interesting call.
Yep.
Goostree fell on it, so good job by Goostree to be smart, just fall on that ball. It barely went 10 yards, and he recovers. So now Bears have a chance.
Only a second went off the clock, or not very much.
So back to passes. Perkins, it's a screen pass to right. He drops it.
He had 3 blockers too. Right?
Oh my gosh. He had 3 blockers and nothing but acreage in front of him. That could have been a big play right there. It
would have been a first down easy, I think.
The screen pass was executed to perfection, but I think Wright got ahead of himself and tried to run before he caught the ball, so it falls incomplete. 5 seconds, 4.5 seconds off the clock there on that play. So 2nd down and 10. The down doesn't mean as much as the time. With 26.5 seconds left, Bears probably have all the downs they need. They just need more time. So man in motion is Wiscombe. And back to pass is Perkins. He's going to go deep, and it's picked off. Garbett again. Now with 21 seconds, they're at their own 30, so they got 70 yards to go. And that was just barely overthrown. Anderson was there in the area, but Garbett just made the great play. And now if you're the Bears defense, nobody gets past you. This was a scenario in Rich when the Bears had an opportunity to go into half in a close game, and a last-second touchdown pass. So Browning will send 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. He's back to pass, and he's running. He's going to throw it, and it's tipped by Garbett. Oh, Harrison. 24, not 34. Harrison knocks it down, incomplete. 2nd and 10, 14 seconds. They're still at their own 30. If that one's not tipped, I don't know, from my point of view, maybe that gets picked.
Yeah.
The receiver did a good job of going up high. He only got one hand on it, just tipped it high in the air and knocked it down. So 2nd down and 10, 14 seconds left. Browning will have Garbett in there probably to block for him. You wouldn't think that they would run it here unless they're trying to catch the Bears off guard. They don't run it, and Browning's going to chuck it deep. And Wiscombe, Tafoya and Wiscombe were both there, and that was a great defensive play by the receiver, because I think Tafoya almost had a 2nd interception. I thought Wiscombe was going to come over and maybe pick it off too. So now with 6 seconds left, this is probably, barring a defensive penalty, I'll bet this is the last play of the half. You can't end the half on a defensive penalty. So it's touchdown or go into halftime, or if there's a defensive penalty, you play another down. But we'll see. 6.3 seconds left. Browning will probably go deep. He's talking to his running back.
A prevent D here.
Bears they're just going to pitch it to Garbett.
Oh, throw it.
And it's going to be a pass. And Birch intercepts it. So that'll end the half. Birch with a nice pick, but he was getting hit by the receiver as he caught it. Harrison, I think, was the intended receiver. So 2 interceptions for the Bears in the first half, a fumble and an interception for the Cardinals in the first half, 2 long touchdown drives for the Cardinals, and they have the lead at halftime by a touchdown. 20-17 is your score. We're going to take an extended break. Let's go 2 minutes, and we'll come back. We'll recap the first half, right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manner, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Watch this game and all SVI sports broadcasts live after the big game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
All right, it's halftime here from Soda Springs, a very cold, windy. And joining me tonight, Trevor Saxton. We just got you to grab the microphone. He heard me struggling to say the numbers in that first quarter. He said, "Hey, I'll put on a headset for you." So thank you.
And I haven't been much help with the numbers.
I'm telling you, these Cardinal uniforms under these lights, they look like almost a neon pink. They're red, I'm sure, and then the numbers are black with white outlines, but they're not like real bold, and so they're hard to read the numbers. And so we're sorry if you're watching and listening from Soda Springs. We're not saying your kids' names on purpose. We're struggling to read them. So
well, and I even heard the booth say a couple times that they couldn't see the number either. So we're not the only ones. Even their side having a hard time seeing them.
Especially because we're down here in the bleachers, and when you get something that's happening on the far side at the opposite end, it's tough to see. But anyway, the best news of the night so far, they only put 10 minutes on the halftime clock.
Yep.
Not 15. So we should be a short break. Let's recap what's gone on tonight. First of all, the JV game, very similar to this. In the JV, halftime was 18-6 Soda Springs. And the Bear Lake Bears came out, dominated the second half of that JV game. They only won by 2, but there was a kickoff return for a touchdown. It was the only points that Soda scored in the second half. The Bear Lake defense was absolutely dominant in the second half of the JV game and came back to win it 26-24. Here tonight, first quarter was all Soda. Second quarter was all Bear Lake until the last minute.
Yep.
And in that last minute, Soda Springs got the touchdown after the interception and scored to take the lead at 20-13. Oh, turnovers. Bears fumbled and had thrown an interception, and Bears scored one of their touchdowns by a pick six. So turnovers have been the story of the night so far. Talking to Coach Withrich pregame, he said that was maybe the key to the game is protecting the ball, and so far the Bears haven't done it. Had they done it a little bit better, they'd be in a better position right now, because that second touchdown that Soda scored, Bears turned it over on their second play of the game. It was a fumble on the exchange of handoff, and Soda recovered at their 25-yard line. A couple plays later, we're in the end zone for the second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, I mean, we're down a touchdown, but actually you don't feel bad of what's gone on.
Yeah,
you really don't. I think we I like our chances, actually.
If you would have told me at the quarter break when we were down 12-0 that we would have the lead at one point in the first half, I would have taken it. And so you got to be. I agree with you. You got to be happy with what the Bears have been able to do. Tafoya with the 2 long touchdowns, one on the pick six, one on the 89-yard pass from Perkins, and it was a beautiful pass. He hit Tafoya in stride, and there was 2 defenders about 3 or 4 yards behind Tafoya when he caught the ball. By the time he crossed the goal line, they were 20 yards behind him. He just turned on the afterburners. He gave credit to Browning on that play, the quarterback. He was not one of those 2 defenders. He did everything he could to run down Tafoya, and you got to applaud him for the effort. But he wasn't even at the 10-yard line when Tafoya crossed the goal line. So
the coaches got to love that effort, though. You know.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you're looking at from somebody, and then is he didn't give up on the play, and even though he didn't have a chance, he didn't give up on the play. So Tafoya was the star as far as scoring points. Caleb Wiscombe gave the Bears the lead with his extra point, and it was 13-12 at that point. And then that long touchdown pass on one of the first plays after the kickoff looked like it was going to be an incompletion. Garbett somehow brought that ball in. The first touchdown, I don't know how he caught. He was getting smashed in the back of the end zone as he caught the ball. He somehow came down with it. And the big long pass was right in front of us. It was a fingertip grab, and he just kept stumbling forward for about 10 yards after catching it. And that was the big play on the go-ahead touchdown for Soda. And then the 2-point conversion was from the 13-yard line because of a couple penalties. And it looked like that Browning's pass was going to be too high out of bounds, and somehow the receiver went up there high, snagged it with his fingertips, came down to make it a 7-point game. So now a touchdown and a 2-point conversion would give the Bears lead. Touchdown and a 1-point conversion to tie it up is what the Bears need. And Bear Lake will have the ball to. Amy and Trevor Jacobson, Dr. Jacobson, you left your checkbook at the concession stand. that's an announcement you never want to hear. Anyway, so Bears do get the ball to start the second half. And they talk about a lot of times if you win the middle 8, the last 4 minutes, the first half, first 4 minutes, the second half can go a long way. Well, Soda Springs won the last 4 minutes of the first half. Let's see if the Bears can come out and win the first 4 minutes of the second half and get right back into this one. We're about 2.5 minutes from probably 3 minutes going back on the clock. Soda is out of their locker room, but the Bears haven't come back out yet. So I'm sure that we'll get what I like to call the Keith Martindale 3 because he hated this rule, and I understand why. But by rule, they have to have 3 minutes of warm-up. And so if the Bears aren't back out here by now, they probably won't be back out here in time. So we'll definitely have another 3 minutes on the clock. We're going to take another 2-minute break. We'll be back getting ready for the second half right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, you know, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Purchase DVD copies of this broadcast by visiting svistore.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
All right, we're not going to have the Martindale 3. The teams are back out of the locker room. The officials are back out of the locker room. Soda Springs is lined up to kick off. The Bears are going to get out there to receive it. I'm going to just really quick, while we're waiting for that kickoff, mention tomorrow, district volleyball tournament in Bear Lake. First serve at 2:30. Bears won't play till the 7 o'clock game, as they are in the winner, the number 1 overall seed, which means they get a first-round bye. So they won't play till 7, but if you're in the mood to watch some volleyball tomorrow, should be some good games. And the Bears at 7 o'clock tomorrow night with a chance to advance to the state tournament. That if they get a win, 2 more wins, they head to the state tournament, and they are the defending state champions. So Miller set to kick off for the Cardinals, back deep for the Bears. It's Wiscombe this time, as the Bears are changing things up. Birch and Tafoya, the upbacks, and Anderson not out there. Another onside kick attempt to this one. And there's a flag late. The Bears recovered it, and that's Nielsen.
Giving us good field position.
Yeah, it's just across the 50, and I'll see what I
almost think he accidentally may have grabbed his face mask
or targeting or something, because that was thrown right where he recovered it. I'll be curious to see what the flag is. But the Bears are going to end up with good field position, and they are stepping off a penalty, personal foul, face mask. You were right. Good eyes. Those new glasses. So with the unsuccessful onside kick and a personal foul, the Bears start in great field position at the 37-yard line.
I was going to tell you, Jared, I got a lot writing on this game. Us guys that all work in Soda Springs with these guys, me and Mason Bloxhamstad have a bet with some of the Edafos management. If we win, they have to wear blue to work, and if they win, we have to wear cardinal red. So
friends don't let friends wear red. So that there is a lot riding on this one. 3 wide receivers to the near side on 1st down and 10. And play action pass, Perkins stepping up, and he's going to be sacked.
You know, he did exactly what he needed to do, step up in the pocket, but
just couldn't escape the pressure.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 13, loss of only about 3. And just nobody open early in the pattern. He stepped on the pocket, but the pressure still got their Mon with the sack. So Bears back at the 40. You're in 4-down territory. You're down by a touchdown in the second half, and you're on the opponent's side of the field. Even if you punt here, you're not gaining a lot. So the Bears have 3 downs here to get that yardage back instead of just 2. Wiscombe in motion. Perkins back to pass. It's a quick hitter to Wiscombe. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage plus some. He's going to gain 5 on the play, right to the 35. So now 3rd down and 8. A little bit more manageable. Oh, they mark him back.
Yeah, that wasn't a great spot. No, I thought he had the 35 right on.
I agree with you. It looked like when he got hit, he was at the 35, but they mark him back at the 36. So it's 3rd and 9. And Perkins gets the play from Coach Reynolds on the sideline, steps into the huddle. And the far side receivers are Nielsen and Birch. The near side are Wiscombe and Tafoya. Man in motion is Wiscombe. Back to pass. It's a screen pass the Bears are setting up. Preston Wright with the catch. Down the sideline. He's got a blocker in front of him. 20-15-10. What a catch. That's the play that in the end of the first half that was not successful. That time it is.
And blocking again.
Yeah, he had an escort. He's clear down to the 8-yard line. So from the 36 to the 8, a pickup of 28. Nice catch and run there by Preston Wright. Bears have a 1st and goal. So that onside kick and penalty are huge right now, as the Bears are already in the blue zone. Wiscombe and Wright both in the backfield. And the handoff is to Wiscombe. He's trying to get the corner. He's going to turn it upfield. He's going to come back. They're going to call holding. It was close to, if not a touchdown, but it doesn't matter. It's coming back.
I mean,
They signaled the hold against Bear Lake. That hold happened right about the line of scrimmage. So what would have been very close to a touchdown is going to come back. It's going to be first and goal from the 17-yard line, 18-yard line. So right about the original line of scrimmage. So now first and goal from the 8 becomes first and goal from the 18. A little bit more difficult to convert. And good news also, though, it's
4 downs to do it.
4 downs to do it. And we're at the end of the field where we can see what's going on because it's happening right in front of us instead of the other end like most of the first half seemed to be. Perkins back to pass, low snap, but he gets it up, plenty of time. Now he's rolling, looking. Oh. And the Bear Lake sideline, it was intended for Wiscombe, was too high. Bear Lake sideline wanted the pass interference, but I think they were ruling it was uncatchable. And both guys probably going for the ball right there. So second and goal now from the 18. That one was right at the goal line. If Wiscombe comes down with it, might have been a touchdown, might have just been third and goal from about the 1. Perkins bringing the play in from the sideline. 9-10 left in the third quarter. Wiscombe and Wright in the backfield. Anderson and Birch to the far side. Ewing all alone to the near side.
Be good to pick up half this yardage.
Handoff is to Wiscombe, and he is going to pick up some of it, but not half of it. And he's going to pick up about 4 or 5. And I think the Bears are just trying to catch the Cardinals off guard there by running the run play on what appeared to be a passing down. Ball's right at the 15. So it's third and goal from the 15. So I think the Bears are just trying to pick up a little bit of yardage there, a few more here, and then score the touchdown on 4th down if you can't get it here. You'd think passing situation. And Wright is going to be the running back. Tafoya and Wiscombe to the far side. Birch and Anderson are the near side receivers. Third down and goal from the 15. Man in motion is Tafoya. Here's the snap. It's an option pitch to Wright. He's going to turn it up. 2 men were right there to meet him. No gain. And the Cardinals read that well. No choice but to make the pitch. But once he made the pitch, there was no place for Wright to go. He did gain a yard. So they're saying he's at about maybe 2. He's about the 13-yard line. But it's now 4th and goal. And Perkins will bring in the play. It looked like there was some running room early on, but 2 Soda Springs Cardinals converged. And now it's 4th and goal. So the big play on the screen pass may go for naught if the Bears can't convert here. Birch in motion, back to pass. Perkins looking to Anderson, but it was incomplete, short. It hit the ground at about the 3-yard line. They needed a touchdown to avoid the turnover on down. So that ball was short. Turnover on downs. So the Bears had a promising start to the second half, took a 4.5 minutes off the clock, had the ball first and goal at the 8, but with the holding penalty that negated the big run by Wiscombe that was down inside the 5-yard line, it becomes a turnover on downs. It's Soda Springs ball, and there's some cars in the parking lot with their lights on, so the officials trying to get them to shut their lights off. And they're not paying attention.
I actually don't think it's that distracting, but
We can get you to turn your headlights off in the bar.
And there's actually 3 cars over there. For me personally, the one that's not, the refs aren't worrying about, clear over there is actually more in my eyes.
Oh, yeah, that one's clear out there.
They've got the refs, they've got people running, they've got the PA announcer, and neither car seems to care.
They're just trying to warm up. Watch from a distance.
And they're probably in there with, it's a modern car, and they probably have no idea how to turn their lights off without shutting their car off. Now they're sending more people down there. Oh, there we go. One of them, one down. Let's see if we can get the other one. And the referee is going to say, okay, well, if you keep working on the other guy. Oh, there we go. Finally, Back to pass is Browning and low, incomplete.
It's a good thing it didn't come to this side because we fell down.
The defender on the near side fell, but it was supposed to be quick here to the far side, and he threw it at the feet of his receiver. So 2nd down and 10. Ball's inside the 15-yard line. So the Bears, if they could get a 3 and out right here, would be huge. Or, hey, let's do the announcer's curse. Turnover.
Yeah.
That's what the Bears need right now is a turnover. Browning has got Cole Garbett to his right in the backfield on 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap and false start. Yep.
That helps.
It looked like all 3 receivers on the near side were moving at the snap. So now the ball's going to be back inside the 10 and 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15 inside the 10. That's a big play because now Soda is in passing situation. You got to watch. Maybe they'll try to just run a couple plays and get themselves some room to punt here. So you got to stay at home if you're Bear Lake Bears. Play very disciplined defense. But you like 2nd down and 15 from inside the 10-yard line. Back to pass is Browning and another one. And that will move it back inside the 5 this time. If it's, let's see if they do half the distance or 5 yards.
5 yards, I bet.
They might, I don't know if they'll do half the distance to the goal or the 5 yard. Either way, and it looks like they're going to go the full 5. So now the ball's inside the 5. Looks like it's about the 2.5, 3 yard line, somewhere in there.
Well, they're in a little bit of a.
They're in a situation where you got to be careful, and 2nd down and long. But if you're the Bears, you got to be careful. You don't want to give up a big play here. Garbett off the left hip of Browning. Browning is going to just run it up the middle, and the Bears are there. Wiscombe with a host of other helpers, but it was Wiscombe that had him and was throwing him backwards. I think Davidson was there as well. Wright was there as well. And he only gets it to the 5. It's 3rd down and about 17. Let's see what the Cardinals do here. If they play it conservative, just do another short run like that and punt it away, or if they try to get the 1st down.
You know, they've taken a lot of risks this game, I've noticed, and they've had a couple.
It's paid off most of the time.
But we'll see what happens here. But that onside kick did hurt them that last time, but they did hold us. But
2 running backs in the backfield. Browning is back to pass, though. And he's going to just tuck it and run. And wow, nice tackle by Brox Birch. He's thrown down, still inside the 10. He just gains a couple, so it's 4th down. And in fact, they only gave him 1. I'm not sure exactly what the announcer's saying is 5.
Yeah.
It's still 4th down and very long. So punting situation. Bears should get the ball back in decent field position. Tafoya standing just inside the 50. Cole Garbett standing at the back of his own end zone. Here's the snap. Gets the kick off, and it's low, short, but it takes a Soda bounce. It's not even going to make it to midfield, though. It's going to be down to the 49. And they still haven't downed it. The official should not have let that 15 seconds run off the clock there. Because Garbett was just standing over the ball, just staring at it. They just, I don't know. That was interesting by the official.
What are they waiting for?
Yeah, it was. And they gave the Bears a yard on it. I'll take that. They did move the ball a yard forward. So
that's funny.
It was at the 49. I mean, it was very clearly at the 49, but right now it's at the 48. So the Bears do get a yard. But Garbett,
the guy goes standing there, I guess.
There are 2 Soda Springs Cardinals, and now there's a timeout, it seems like, on the field. I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't see anybody call timeout. But the officials are over here on the Bear Lake sideline, getting drinks of water, chatting. The other officials are on the Soda Springs Cardinals. Somebody called timeout, obviously. But 5:06 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Bears have the ball. They're down by a touchdown. The whole entire second half has been played on this side of the field as the Bears drove down on their first possession after the onside kick was unsuccessful. Got to 1st and goal at the 8, turned it over on downs, forced the punt. Is there an injured player?
I don't know what's going on here.
Because
I didn't think there was a timeout. He didn't act like he called a timeout, but something happened.
maybe one of the officials
Needed a break.
need a break. They didn't ever waive a timeout, and they now are just barely getting the teams back out on the field after the punt. I mean, we're not in the NFL or college. They don't have TV timeouts, so I'm not sure what that was. But it will be 1st and 10 Bears at the 48-yard line of the Cardinals after the punt. Perkins is going to hand it off to Wiscombe. He makes a man miss, gets to the sideline, and cuts it up. Going to gain about 6 yards. Nice play there by Wiscombe. Looked like he could have maybe lost yardage on the play. He cuts it up and gains positive yards. They're going to give him a short 5, long 4. Again, I'm not sure I like that spot. And then it's literally right in front of us. The second down marker is about 3 yards to our left right here. So second down and a long 5 for the Bears. 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, trailing by 3. And Wright, the running back to pass is Perkins.
Got time.
He goes to Wiscombe. He's got him. 30 inside the 30-yard line. He just kept checking down, and finally found Wiscombe, cutting across the formation. And nice catch and run there by Wiscombe. That's another Phillips 66 U-Save first down inside the 30. They're going to give him the 29-yard line, somewhere in there. 29-yard line looks like. And another Phillips 66 U-Save first down. Phillips 66 U-Save, where your convenience is our pleasure. Live to the full. So the Bears have great field position. They've had good field position the entire second half. As Soda, we're almost out of
official timeout.
We're under 4 minutes, 3:54 left in the third quarter. And the Bears have had the ball all but the 3 plays in the punt.
Yep.
And the entire second half has been played on this end of the field. But we've gone 8 minutes without any points. And still the same score on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard as we had at halftime, 20-13 in favor of the Cardinals. And Bears are going to send 2 wide receivers to either side. It's Tafoya and Wiscombe on the near side, Birch and Anderson on the far side. And we have a false start. That official likes to call those. He called 2 on the 2-point conversion attempt on the Cardinals. He called one there. I didn't see who moved, but it's 1st and 15. So similar to when the Bears got the 1st and goal, now they head the wrong direction. And it's 1st down and 15. Tafoya will come to the sideline for this play.
You know, and I actually think all year our boys have been pretty disciplined on that type of stuff. I mean, for the most part, compared to some of the other teams we played.
Not a lot of penalties overall, but the one very costly penalty in this game, that personal foul that started the touchdown drive. Hard count, nobody moved. So the Bears will look to the sideline and see what the play is. 3:04 and counting on the clock. And Perkins back to pass. He gets it to Birch. He gets the penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And that was a bullet.
Yeah, line drive throw there.
That's a fastball down the middle for strike 1. And gains about 6, gains the penalty yardage back +1. So I guess no harm, no foul on the false start penalty because it's just like a 1-yard run. 2.5 minutes, 2:30 left on the clock in the third quarter. And the Bears have had the ball the entire third quarter and yet have not been able to score.
We've definitely so far won the quarter, just haven't got points on the board.
So Anderson, Wiscombe, and Birch all on the near side. It's Ewing, the far side receiver. Perkins rolling, throwing, Birch wide open and knocked out of bounds inside the 10. It will be 1st and goal. That was a beautiful play, and I don't know what happened to the defender. There were 2 receivers. Anderson and Birch were both there, and only 1 defender. If Birch would have had time to stop his momentum and turn it upfield, he probably scores, but the sideline helped out the defense there.
Yep. Definitely missed assignment.
So 1st and goal from the, let's call it the 6. Bears were here just a minute ago and could not score. Let's see what they have in mind this time with Wright off the right hip of the quarterback Perkins. 2 wide receivers to either side. Now Birch in motion. And handoff is to Wright. Birch was the blocking back on that one. He's going to go down at about the 3. Oh, just inside the 5 to the 4, maybe.
A couple yards.
So now, second and goal from the ball just inside the 5-yard line. So almost a 2-point conversion range right here. And Birch just came in motion and then acted as the blocker, kind of a tight end blocker there. Wright and Wiscombe both in the backfield. Tafoya is on the far side, and Birch is right in the 3-point stance on the near side. He's going to be the blocker for Wiscombe.
Oh,
another bad spot. I would have thought he was down to about the 1. They gave him the 3, maybe.
I ain't going to lie. I thought he was going to bust through for the touchdown, and that was a great tackle to hold him back.
And that spot got worse as it went. They only gave him a yard. That might be the final. Well, the Bears maybe will have to snap it one more time, but the third quarter is about to run out. 20 seconds left as the Bears come to line, 3rd and goal from the 4. And Jace Farmer joins the backfield behind with Wiscombe as the running back. And Perkins is going to throw. Touchdown, Preston Wright. Oh, my goodness. On what? There was nobody over there.
Wright was there with a reception.
He's saying that he can't be in the backfield. We've done that before. That was a great fake too. That, by the way, that was a great play.
Were they saying that Farmer was downfield? So take the touchdown off the board. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 3rd and goal from the 8 when we can start the fourth quarter, which we'll do in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm John Pym, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, DO. Interacting with wonderful people every day, being able to maybe make a small impact in their lives for good. I don't think that life gets any better than that. I am really excited to be here practicing in Bear Lake and be a good source for you and your family to take care of your healthcare needs.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
All right, the Bear Lake Bears had the ball for the entire third quarter. Soda Springs ran 3 plays and punted. And the Bears had it the entire third quarter. The entire third quarter was in the Soda Springs side of the field. Bears had 1st and goal at the 8. They've had 1st and goal now at the 6. Is currently 3rd and goal at the 8.
That fake on that play, I lived. Oh.
And quick pass into the end zone to Wiscombe, and touchdown. Caleb Wiscombe. He made the first guy miss, and then he just powered through the second guy into the end zone.
He was going to get in no matter what.
Yeah, Wiscombe was like, there's no way. They're taking this one away from you. Let's go. So Caleb Wiscombe now will attempt the extra point to tie this game up. He's 1 out of 2 on the night. From our angle, it looked like he's 2 out of 2, but they said the first one was no good. They looked at it for quite a while, so it must not have missed by very far on that first one. But he'll tell him to tie this one up after getting the touchdown reception right there. Wiscombe will be the kicker. So just 6 seconds into the fourth quarter. Kick is up, and it's good.
That one missed.
No, that one I would agree with you. So line drive goes through. We're tied.
I ain't going to try to guess anymore.
30 seconds. 30-second break on the SVI Sports Network. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
This is live coverage of local high school sports on SVI Media and the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Bears owned the third quarter. They ran, but the entire quarter was Bear Lake Bears football. There was only 3 offensive plays run by the Soda Springs Cardinals. All of those were from within their own 15-yard line, and then they punted it away. Wiscombe set to kick off, and nice kick, deep. It's going to go into the end zone. Oh, no. Yeah, return it. That was a great kick. And Mon is going to be smothered inside the 20. That's a perfect kickoff because it died about the 1 or 2 yard line. He had no choice but to return it because it's a live football, and pins the Cardinals back inside their own 20 at the 16. Tate Ewing makes the tackle. So Wiscombe, he caught the touchdown pass. He's got the 2 extra point kicks. He's had 2 touchbacks, and then that one better than touchback on the kickoffs. Wiscombe's had a great night.
Yes.
Wiscombe and Tafoya so far have been the heroes. And now the Bear Lake defense out there with 11:48 left in a tie ball game. Browning is going to pitch it to Cole Garbett, and he's got the corner, and he is tackled. Is that Wiscombe on the tackle? Yes, it was. And not till he gained 10, but without Wiscombe's tackle, he might have gained a lot more because he had his momentum, and he was headed down the sideline. So 1st down and 10 on the first run. That's the first down of the second half for the Soda Springs Cardinals. The first Phillips 66 U-Save first down they picked up. Garb has been the workhorse both on offense and defense. If you go on a player of the game for Soda Springs, it's Garbett, and he just gets it again. And Birch right there. And Garbett tried to cut back, and Birch wasn't having anything of it and just took him to the ground. That was 2 big bodies moving very quickly, coming together, and Brock's got the best. And in fact, they gave him a loss of the yardage, loss of 1 on the play. So 2nd down and 11, Brock's Birch. Beautiful defensive play. When he first got that pitch, I thought that was going to be a big gainer, and Brock's closed quickly. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Garbett off the left hip of Browning. Passing situation. He's back to pass. He gets the quick one out, and it's going to be tackled by Birch again. Miller on the catch. Gets about 8. So it's going to be 3rd down, and that's a good spot for Bears.
Yep.
I thought that was a lot. I would have given him another 2 or 3 yards from our angle.
It goes to show it's just like in baseball and softball. If you're not behind the plate, you can't really call the
balls and strikes, because I would have said 3rd and very short. It's 3rd and 5.
Yep.
I thought he had almost enough for first down yardage.
I was with you.
So Garbett, the running back, and it probably not 4 down territories. You're inside your own 35-yard line. It's going to be a pass, and it's picked up. Birch, go. And that was a great play by Birch, and he's going to return it inside the 35-yard line. Bear Lake football. So Birch had the great tackle on 1st down, and he makes the great catch. That was a fingertip catch. I thought that was going to be a completion.
Me too.
Zone defense. Birch came from that, I'm going to say linebacker position because he's a defensive end normally. He must have dropped back into coverage and made a fantastic catch. And they say the yardage marker, it's inside the 30 at the 28. So even better field position than I thought. Bears football. And so Soda Springs has had the ball for 5 offensive plays.
Probably. What's he doing?
So the football was never retrieved after the extra point. So Wiscombe's down in the end zone to retrieve the football.
Somebody fell on their ball boy, Josh.
The
Like,
expert,
where's our football for Bear Lake, huh?
I also said Wiscombe take off running, and now he's coming back with the football. He caught the touchdown. He caught the and kicked the extra point. So, yeah, might as well have him go retrieve it. So the Bears will have it 1st and 10. Tie ball game, 2020. Bears have had the ball for all but maybe 2 minutes total of this second half, and we're in the fourth quarter. Bears have the ball back again, 1st and 10 inside the 30 of the Cardinals at the 28-yard line.
Turnovers definitely playing a part.
Hey, I got to give the ref some credit there. Did you see what he did? Wiscombe ran clear down 40 yards into the end zone, got that ball, came back, and the ref talked to him for a minute, let him catch his breath. Perkins is going to throw it to Anderson, and he's still on his feet. He gets away. Anderson, down. He had two guys. Two guys had him for a short gain. He broke away.
Yeah, broke 2 tackles to get in there.
And then
great play by him.
Wow, that was great throw. It was just going to be a short game. I was like, okay, we'll move the chains. And I don't know how he got away from that. 2 tacklers hit him, and they could not bring him down, and Wiscombe with a chance to get the Bears the 7-point lead. Snap, kick, hold, kick. We'll wait. Yes, it's good. We're not going to guess anymore. We've been wrong too many times. The Bears take the 7-point lead, 27-20. We'll be back with the kickoff in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Jacobson. I'm a family practice provider here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. After graduating high school,
Talk about excitement.
High school, I went to BYU, Idaho to play baseball. After a year, went on a LDS mission to Chile. Ended up going to medical school at the University of Utah. Did family practice in Salt Lake City. Worked in Hawaii for a time, and then back here when this job opened up. Being able to practice back here has always been a dream. I've been working here at the hospital for almost 10 years. What I like about family practice is you get to see a little bit of everything. And in a rural setting, you get to do a lot of things that you don't normally get to do. My passion's spending time with my family, particularly outdoors. A lot of whitewater rafting in the summer, snow skiing in the winter. What makes me feel good at the end of the day is just connecting with my patients. We look forward to seeing you and taking care of you.
This is live coverage of local high school sports on SVI Media and the SVI Sports Network.
27-20 in favor of the Bears. There was a running into the kicker after the kick. So the Bears will kick off from the 45 instead of the 40. Caleb Wiscombe. And Caleb looks like he's trying not to throw up out there. And here we go. He's approaching the ball. Line drive kick is going to be taken about the 10-yard line. And great coverage by the Bears. He's going to only get to the 25. Landon Davidson on the coverage. So a great kick, even though it was a low line drive, you really didn't get a good foot into it. Great result because of good coverage by the Bears. So now the Cardinals have only run maybe 4 or 5.
I think we're at 5.
5 offensive plays in the second half, and we're under 10 minutes to go, 9:32. So the Bears have had 2 long drives, a 1-play drive for the touchdown after the interception. But the Bears have dominated the time of possession in the second half and have a touchdown lead at 27-20. And now Browning has 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Brock Birch intercepted his last pass, so he'll hand off and tripped up in the backfield. And how did he get away? Zane Garbutt was stumbling when he got the ball, and he was hit. Somehow, I think the hit maybe got him back on balance.
Yep, got the first down.
And a good gain. That's another Phillips 66 USA first down out across the 35 to the 38. Schwab, who called his name quite a bit tonight, out there with Birch making the tackle. And I was about to say good play for the Bears, tackle for loss. And Garbutt turned it in. And that was Zane Garbutt. The Garbutts have been everything for the
I do think
Cardinals
it's 2 different families. I think I remember in baseball.
That's got to be, we'll start. 2 different families?
I believe so, yep.
I think it's a freshman and a senior. They're both running backs were in motion on that play.
I think I saw a third Garbett too on the
roster. So first down and 15, and just some bad timing there for the Cardinals. Both running backs, one was supposed to be in motion, the other one started to move before the snap. So 1st and 15, Bears with the touchdown lead. The Bears have led 13-12, now lead 27-20. After the Cardinals jumped out to a quick 12-0 lead in this game. 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers at the far side, 1 at the near side. Browning back to pass. He's being flushed, being chased. He's going to get it away to Garbett, and a big catch, and he breaks a tackle down the sideline. Nielsen finally gets him out. And inside of Bear Lake territory to the 40-yard line. And just when you thought the Bears were about to get a big play, somehow Browning escapes and gets it to Garbett, who was standing right on the sideline, gets it downfield for the big gain into Bear Lake territory at the 40-yard line. So that's reminiscent of the JV game, too. Yep. That seemed to happen over and over in the JV game. Just when you'd think the Bears were about to have a big defensive play, somehow the quarterback would escape. It's a jet sweep. Preston Wright in the backfield, extending the play. And then Wiscombe over there, as well as Argyle to finish him off. And great play there. Great pursuit. Wright, Wiscombe, and company just extending that play. It was the jet sweep, and he just never could turn it up because he was about 3 or 4 yards in the backfield when Wright got to him the first time and extended that play. So the 2nd down and 10, 7:34 left in the game. Bears up by 7. Here's the snap, and it's another false start or illegal formation, something. They didn't blow it dead, but it's only going to be a 2-yard gain, but I think it's coming back because that flag, illegal shift. So the Cardinals run a lot of movement, a lot of
I guess that's
motion.
The danger of it.
They run a lot of motion, and if you step forward or get a second guy that moves, and they've had a lot of those tonight. So 5-yard pen. Oh, so the Bears decline it.
But I can tell you one thing: that's not where we tackled him.
Yeah,
we should have been right at the.
Yeah, they moved it back to where the tackle was. 3rd down and 8 instead of 2nd down and 50. I don't know.
I thought it would have been. I thought they tackled him right back at this marker, but
here back to pass is Browning. Argyle there, and the receiver. Argyle was in the backfield. Receiver, no, that was Ewing.
We had 3 or 4 guys that were right there that could almost intercept.
Almost a completion, almost an interception, almost another interception, and it's 4th down and long. Ball's right at the 38-yard line. They need to get to the 30. And
I think I would have declined that penalty too.
I do too. I think you take the distance rather than 7 yards is a lot.
So yeah, it paid off already.
4th and 8. 4th down and 8. Here's the big play. Browning back to pass. He's under pressure and caught for the 1st down. And it's going to be down on the far side of the field. Peterson with the catch down to the 25. He needed the 30. He gets to the 25. And the Bears did a good job of keeping him in the pocket, but couldn't get to him.
And our early coverage was good.
But just extended the play long enough. And you extend the play long enough, and almost any receiver is going to find a way to get open eventually. So ball at the 25-yard line. Another Phillips 66 U-Save 1st down for Soda Springs. Man in motion. And the give is to Garbett. And Farmer was there in the backfield to force him to the outside. And is that a flag down late?
I didn't see if
I saw something fly in the air over there. I couldn't tell if it was a flag. It wasn't. It's only going to be about a 3-yard gain. That was a good play by Jace Farmer to get in the backfield and disrupt that and extend it to the sideline and throw off the timing of that play. So even though he didn't make the tackle, he threw off the timing, forced him to the sideline where Nielsen makes the tackle. And it's 2nd down and 7 after the gain of 3. 6:20 on the clock. 6:20 remaining in the game. And it's an option pitch to Garbett.
Oh, that's a
and
hold.
Birch extends the ball to the, and they called the second one, and the Cole Garbett was down inside the 10. The flag is down at the 13, 14-yard line, and that's going to take it back out. So they're going to get a short gain on the play, maybe. It was 2nd and 7. We'll see once they mark it off where they put it. No, they're going to end up with a loss on the play. So it'll remain 2nd down, but they're back out to the 34. So it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play because the penalty flag was so far downfield. It would have been a 1st and goal. Instead, it's 2nd and 9. So they lose 2. And
I think we were yelling at the first hold, and then he made sure he got the second one.
the first hold would have been the more important call because it would have lost even more yardage, but at least they did catch the second one. So instead of the 1st and goal, it's now 2nd and 9. And Garbett, the running back, 2 wide receivers to either side, man in motion. Back to passes, Browning. Right comes on. Incomplete. Right was unblocked, and he laid Browning out as he threw the ball. Argyle was in the backfield, and Wright came on the linebacker blitz, and he came unblocked, and he just laid out the quarterback Browning. He was just throwing that ball away, and it was incomplete. And so 3rd and 9.
2 huge downs now for Soda, 3rd with the time that's on the clock, really.
With 5:32 left, they got to – you'd think this is their chance to score. If they end up turning it over on downs here, you got to like the Bears' opportunity to run quite a bit of clock off. So with 5:32 left, it's 3rd down and 9 at the Bear Lake 24-yard line. Cardinals still getting lined up. Browning calls for the snap, back to pass, and he's going to go into the end zone. It's incomplete. Nielsen made a diving attempt to knock it away. Zane Garbett, the one that's caught all the passes, made a diving attempt at the catch. Schwab was there in coverage. Nielsen was there in coverage. They have him bracketed, and it falls incomplete. 4th and 9. This could be the play of the game right here. If the Cardinals convert and can then score, it's a different ball game. If the Bears get a stop, they got a chance to run out the clock and get the win with under 5.5 minutes left to play and a 1-touchdown lead. 3 wide receivers are going to go to the far side, 1 to the near side. Garbett in the backfield. Here's the snap, back to pass, and it's over the middle and knocked away, incomplete. Schwab was there in coverage. Ewing was there in coverage, and turnover on downs. Bears football. Whew. Well, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Schwab. He did not play varsity at the beginning of the year. He started JV, and then after the injury to Jack Hume, he got bounced up to be an extra backup. And I think this is his first start on the season, and he's actually had a pretty good night on defense.
Yeah, he has.
Has had a couple pass breakups. That one, he hit the guy just as the ball got there and helped with the pass breakup. And the Bears take over on downs. Handoff is to Wiscombe, and he's going to get out to the 29-yard line. So pickup of about 5 on the play. Nice run there by Wiscombe. And I think you're going to see a big dose of Wiscombe and Wright on this possession, because if you keep the ball on the down and keep on the ground, keep that clock moving, that just helps the Bears. And the way Wiscombe ran on that one, he's shifty. He can lower his head with power like you saw on the touchdown reception. Great play there on 1st down.
Definitely need to pick up a couple 1st downs on this drive and to waste some clock.
4:40 now left in the game. And Wright, the lone running back, here's the snap, back to pass. Perkins looking. He's going to get it to Birch. And
there's the 1st down.
And they are going to say a 1st down. Brock Birch with the 1st down catch. They're going to mark it right at the 35. That was right in front of us, but we couldn't see it because the team. I thought he had the catch, but you couldn't really tell. And they are going to say 1st down and 10. Needed the 34, got the 35. So that's big. Now, with 4:27 left, And the clock should start. There you go. They wind it now. Bears ought to wait until they see the 10-second count before they snap it here, but I don't think they were aware.
I mean, the first down marker was set. They should have started the clock.
Now the coaches are going to say, hey, wait, guys, don't even get in your snap yet. Wait for the back judge. There he goes. Now the 10-second hand is in the air. So now the 5-second count comes. Perkins will call for the snap. Wright goes in motion. Handoff is to Wiscombe. Wiscombe makes a good man miss. He's got a big hole. He's going to cut it back inside. Only going to gain about 5 or 6. But that was a good play there by Wiscombe, and we're under 3:45 now to play. And the clock ticking. Bears go outside the 40, gain of 6 on the play. Great move there by Wiscombe.
And where are we at on the timeouts?
I don't know if Soda's taken any, so they might have 3, but they probably are hoping to wait until at least a third down situation before they take them. If you take them right here and the Bears get the first down, then you're in trouble. But if you wait, we'll see. Perkins will bring the Bears to the line. Wiscombe and Wright in the backfield. 3:15 left in this game. Bears have the 1 touchdown lead. They have the ball. 2nd down and 4. Perkins calls for the snap. Give is to Wiscombe. Wiscombe's going to follow his blockers, and he's going to turn it upfield. Oh, they're going to call a hold, and another hold. And now Wiscombe's still on his feet. He's to midfield. He kept moving, kept the clock. The good thing is it took time.
Yep.
The two flags are both going to be against Bear Lake, I'm sure. They'll come back. But it's unless they call a face mask, they're still discussing it. I would say probably hold.
I was going to say hold unless there's some offsetting penalties.
Oh, block in the back is what the one official's telling Bear Lake. But they're still discussing. They haven't made the official signal yet. Oh, offsetting penalties, so replay the down. So I didn't see what they said against.
I didn't see that. Yeah, they didn't really make the motion of what it was. Oh, there you go.
Face mask on the Cardinals, holding on the Bears. You know the good thing there? It took 25, 30 seconds on the clock.
We still have it down, right?
And yeah. And they wind the clock. So that was huge.
Yeah.
That took 30 seconds off the clock, and now the Bears can wait until and take another several seconds off. We're at 2:40 on the clock right now. And Perkins will wait for the back judge to give him the 5-second count before he calls for the snap. So it's going to go under 2:30 before the snap here. Back to pass. And he's got the man. It's caught. It's caught a loss of a yard, but that's a good play to catch that, because if it goes incomplete, then it stops the clock. Because he caught it, even though they lost a yard, it forced Soda Springs to take a timeout.
They didn't. Oh, yeah.
Soda Springs took the timeout. So 2:20 left on the clock, 3rd and 5. Let's take a 30-second break on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
High school sports coverage lives here on the SVI Sports Network.
They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Find local scores from around the region after the game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
So first down here might end it. The Bears have the ball. 3rd down and 5. 2:20 left on the clock. Soda Springs down to 2 timeouts. Right, the running back, 3 wide receivers to the near side. Perkins back to pass, looking. It's a screen pass. Oh! It was intended for Birch, and it falls incomplete. And he had an escort, and that would have been big. So now Wiscombe will have a chance to pin the Cardinals deep with the punt. And let's see. I'm sure that's Garbett back deep. 4th down and 5. Bear Lake ball at the 40-yard line. So good punt here could pin Soda back. In the JV game in this situation, it was a kickoff return instead of a punt return, but the Cardinals got a touchdown. Let's just hope that doesn't repeat.
Yep.
So Caleb Wiscombe will be the punter. Looks like Garbett, and I'm not sure who the other Soda Springs Cardinal is back there to return. Wiscombe gets a good kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. It kind of went off the side of his foot, so it didn't go as deep as it could have, but it's just, they're going to stay right at the 40. So they only get 20 yards, exactly 20 yards on the punt. And 1st and 10, Soda. They got 2:10 on the clock. I think they have 2 timeouts.
I think they have 2.
And that's according to Holly back in the studio. She has 2 timeouts for Soda Springs. She's been paying probably better attention to that than I have, so I'm going to agree with her. 2 timeouts. They've got to drive 60 yards and get an extra point to tie it. A 2-point conversion would potentially win it. Bears defense has been very stout in the second half, has given up very little. Browning has Garbett back there with him. And, it was Tafoya nearly had the sack, and now Bears force the incompletion. Anderson and Nielsen on the coverage. And Tafoya came on a corner blitz, and he just ran past him, tried to get him, make the arm tackle, which would have been a huge sack. Couldn't get him down, but incompletion, 2:03 left on the clock. So the Bears defense has dialed up some corner blitzes, some linebacker blitzes, and some linebackers linemen dropping back into coverage in the second half. I've liked it.
Yep.
So now 2 running backs in the backfield, man in motion. Give us to Garbett. They're going to run him up the middle. It's Zayden Garbett, not Cole Garbett. It's a Cardinal 1st down, moves it into Bear Lake territory. The clock stops as they move the chains. They wind it. So Soda will quickly come to the line. We're at 150. The Bears making a change.
Struggle getting out in time.
And they throw the flag.
Yep.
So this is a free play for Soda Springs. And it's going to be a deep ball. It's going to be intercepted. But it's not going to count because the 12 men on the field
couldn't get off in time.
Yeah, Jace Farmer was sprinting off, could not get off on time. So it will be, the interception won't count. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty and still be 1st down. Did they call another? Was there another flag downfield?
I don't.
That would be huge. If they call that a flag, false start.
Oh, we lucked out there, in my opinion. So the interception might hold. Well, then why are they bringing the ball? Why? What? Then we better have the ball down here.
So if they, wait, they're still trying to figure something out. Should have been 12 men on the field, not a false start. But then there was a flag down where the ball was intercepted. Okay, so both. So the far side official had the false start. The near side official had the 12 men. So penalties offset. They waved off the penalty downfield. So the interception doesn't count, but it remains 1st down and 10. And more time ticked off the clock. So we're down to 1:37 left. And that illegal procedure actually was huge because the 12 men on the field would have given them a 3-5 yards. The 12 men on the field was huge because it would have given the Bears the football. So 1st and 10, 1:37 left. Cardinals just inside Bears territory at the 48-yard line. Back to pass. Under pressure. He's going to get it away, and it's incomplete.
Right in his hand.
Stain Garbett. He looked upfield before he caught it. Birch was there. He heard footsteps, and Birch was about to lower the boom on him for a short gain. It would have been a gain of about 5-6 yards, somewhere in there. But instead, it's 2nd and 10. 1:32 on the clock on 3rd and 10. The Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard shows the Bears in the lead 27-20. Cardinals led at 20-13 at halftime. So 3 wide receivers to the near side. Garbett in the backfield. Here's the snap. Here's the pass. Pressure comes. And nice coverage there by Tate Ewing. He gets the catch to the 43-yard line. Gain of 5. Ewing came out of nowhere. Garbett was there to block for him, or Harrison was there to block for Garbett. And I thought, oh, wow, that could be a big gainer. And all of a sudden, Ewing avoided the block, makes the stop. Clock ticking, 1:05 as the Cardinals come to the line. 3rd down and 5. It's obviously 4-down territory as Garbett goes in motion. Back to passes Browning. Oh, here comes the pass. It's deep, and it is incomplete. Caden Anderson broke it up. I was about to say touchdown. I thought he had it. Caden Anderson just broke that play up. Caden's been laid on the field for about 2 minutes in the first half with an injury. He was the one that made that interception, and I thought he was not going to get up from that hit. And he just made what could be the game-winning play because he broke up that pass at the goal line. That would have been a touchdown.
Huge play here.
4th down and 5. 51.7 seconds left on the clock. So Browning back to pass. And he's going to get hit. Incomplete. Ball game. Landon Davidson and Goosetree in the backfield. And Browning's pass didn't even get close to the line of scrimmage. They absolutely just annihilated Browning on that play. He throws the ball in the air, but there was nothing on it. It falls harmlessly to the turf. There wasn't a wide receiver within 15 yards of that play. So the Bears get the ball, turnover on downs, 47.1 seconds. Soda does have 2 timeouts.
We should be able to nil it. Well,
so the Bears can probably kneel it out, I would guess. But we'll see. I'm sure Soda will use their timeouts. And the Bears will – 2 exciting games tonight, JV and varsity. And now the Bears are going to take a timeout. Timeout, Bear Lake. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Jacobson. I'm a family practice provider here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. After graduating high school at Bear Lake High School, I went to BYU, Idaho to play baseball. After a year, went on a LDS mission to Chile. Ended up going to medical school at the University of Utah. Did family practice in Salt Lake City. Worked in Hawaii for a time, and then back here when this job opened up. Being able to practice back here has always been a dream. I've been working here at the hospital for almost 10 years. What I like about family practice is you get to see a little bit of everything. And in a rural setting, you get to do a lot of things that you don't normally get to do. My passion's spending time with my family, particularly outdoors. A lot of whitewater rafting in the summer, snow skiing in the winter. What makes me feel good at the end of the day is just connecting with my patients. We look forward to seeing you and taking care of you.
Back to more live coverage of Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
So Caleb Wiscombe takes the sweep on 1st down and 10. The Bears are just trying to take time, and Wiscombe will just kneel down, and Soda Springs will take time out. That took 8 seconds off the clock, so down to 39.6. So that's what the Bears weren't trying to gain yardage there. They were trying to burn clock and do something safe. You don't want to risk anything that's going to possibly cause a turnover, because that would be the Cardinals' last hope here is a turnover. The Bears might be able to, if they take enough time off the clock on this play before the Cardinals get their timeout, they will have to run a 3rd down play, but they won't have to run a 4th down play. They can probably run it out. So that's what the Bears are going to look to do. In the NFL and college game lately, you've seen a couple of intentional safeties in this situation just to burn clock.
Yeah.
So let's see. I don't know. Maybe maybe that's what the Bears will have in mind after this second down play. I'm sure they'll do something similar that they did on first down. They have
burn 4 or 5 seconds off.
Yep. They have Wiscombe and Wright as the running backs. Perkins will go under center, it looks like, on second down. Second down and 10. And is he going to kneel? Yes, he's going to kneel. And so
looks like
Soda's Cardinals not going to take their time out because I think they've done the math, realized they can't stop it. And the Bears are going to end the season with a win.
Great game by our team. Great adjustments for halftime.
They gave up 3 touchdowns in the second half, in the first half, none in the second half. Defensive adjustments, both games.
Yep.
The kickoff return was the only touchdown in the second half of the JV game. No touchdowns for the Soda Springs in the second half of this game. The Bears get the win. And we're going to wrap this up quick because I don't know about you, but I'm freezing to death. But we got to give a player of the game, and I'm going to give this player of the game. We could give it to several players. Birch had a big game. Tafoya had those 2 touchdowns, had a big game. Anderson with that pass breakup. Perkins did great. But I'm going to give it to the other player that had a great game and his cumulative effort over the season, give it to Caleb Wiscombe.
Yep, I agree.
Caleb had a great night tonight. He kicked 3 extra points.
Which were huge.
He had touchbacks on almost every kickoff except for one, and that one pinned him inside the 20.
Yep.
So his kicking game was good. His punt on that last play, even though it wasn't deep, was deep enough. And Caleb Wiscombe is going to be our player of the game. Although Tafoya, great game.
Yep, Tafoya, 2 touchdowns.
And 2 touchdowns in the first half. Brock Birch with that, one of them pick 6. Brock Birch with that huge interception. And he also had a touchdown. And then Wiscombe had a touchdown. So great game all around for the Bears. Lots of players. Jace Farmer was disruptive on the defensive line again. And Goosetree was disruptive on the defensive line. And so just a good all-around game for the Bear Lake Bears. Got to love their effort tonight and the season with the win.
Yep. And Perkins.
So next year, Perkins, I got to give a shout-out to him. Last week, he struggled, but it was injury. He did not play like himself last week. The 2 games he was healthy before that, he played fantastic. Had another good game tonight. And what a great way to finish the season. Give him a big shout-out. And,
I don't have to wear Cardinal red.
You know what? If I were to lose a bet like that, I'd have to go to the store. I don't own red.
Yeah, I'm the same way. They said they would provide. That was going to be the worst part. We were going to provide each other with what we had to wear.
So you get to see your bosses show up to work in Bear Lake blue. That's awesome. Well, congratulations on winning your bet. Thanks for helping me out.
No problem. I wasn't much, but.
And hey, the advantage for you, your ears are a lot warmer than what these headphones actually keep you warm. Hey, it's been a great season. I got to thank Ray Henry, our cameraman. He's done a fantastic job. He's up on top of the booth, freezing to death. He's about ready to take down. And thank Hallie back in the studio producing from Star Valley. She did a fantastic job for not being on site. And Lisa back in the studio at SVI and doing all the work back there to make it sound good. And for everybody else on the SVI network, it's been a fun football season. Bears didn't have as many wins as they'd like, but they've been entertaining. We'll be on the air with basketball. Will be the next thing we have on the air. That's coming up with the girls in November. Come on out and watch volleyball tomorrow as the girls try to defend their district title tomorrow. Starting 2:30 will be the first serve, but the Bears won't play till 7. So come on out and join us at the high school for that. Thank you for putting on the headset and helping us out.
Thank you, Jared. I don't think people realize all you do. It's a man of many trades here.
Well, I have fun doing it. I love supporting the kids, and so it's been a great season. Thanks for helping out tonight.
Yeah,
and we'll
BYU tomorrow, right?
Yes, absolutely. Go Cougars. And for everybody else in the SVI Sports Networks, this is
Trevor Saxton
and Jared Hillier saying good night, everybody. It does. It is hard.